I want you to know one other thing. Usually, I'm sure you know this, but usually your publicists and your team say, okay, we want you to do this podcast, we want you to do this podcast. I need you to know I requested this
Bullshit.
one. I swear to God, I requested this
Really?
one. You were the only one that I requested.
Dude, when they reached out, I think I even said, I think I've messaged you a couple of times. I don't remember.
Sorry.
I
don't look at DMs.
That's the game, baby. That's how you do stuff.
Yeah.
My point wasn't, finally, my point was like, of course I want to have him on. I wanted to have him on before you messaged me.
That's so nice. But yeah, you were the one podcast I had personally asked for. Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah.
All right, let's do this. Alvin, I'll be right back, bud. Dude, I'm so excited that you're here. You have no idea how long and how much I've been watching you.
That's so not. Don't lie. Really?
Okay, well, we'll get into it then.
Okay.
Don't lie.
That's very nice of you.
I think I've turned enough people onto your show to get you at least another season.
No, we're done. We're wrapped.
I know, I was saying.
I'm so ready.
All right, I still need 30 seconds.
Yeah, take your time. Are you hanging out with us?
He's hanging out with you unless you want me to bring him upstairs.
No. Are you going to take a seat? Which,
You're on the couch.
Okay, good. Okay, come on. I know, we can make out later. Just right now, let's get set up.
A lot of drink options.
Water still, and I'll be so happy. Thank you.
But do you mind? I only have the good stuff.
No, that's fine with me. I'll
Sorry
take
about
that.
He's a fan, man.
I sat up to sit down, and
He's a
I'm
fan.
so glad I
Alvin,
looked.
excuse me?
Because I would have sat on you, Alvin. Hi, hello. How are you? Do you also have a glass, please? That I could, I'm making you work. Where's your guy?
He can't do it today. I was so
I'm
sad.
so sorry that I'm making you do this.
No, I'm still not ready to. I still got to do something upstairs.
Go.
But hold on, just leave me alone for a second. McCone, who is the camera operator, he started working with me only last year. I've done most of them without him. But I wanted him here, and he's not. And I'm gonna have to ask you to come back another time because there's so many things I want to put on and get your opinion on, and I need a camera operator for that.
Clothes?
Yeah. But today I'll just do it with personalities.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'll happily come and judge an outfit.
Okay, but it'll have to be when the camera operator's here, dude. For the people at home, Tan respectfully got here a little too early.
I got here 4 minutes early.
We were supposed to do 12.
They asked me to arrive at 11:45.
Well, then your people are telling you to arrive 15 minutes early.
That's weird because I always arrive on time. I'm never late.
Not only are you not late, we weren't supposed to do this until tomorrow.
Wait.
No.
Okay, thank God. Were we really meant? Are you just pulling my leg?
About what part?
That I was really meant to be here at 12, not 11:45.
I mean, like that's like the most cleanest prank ever if I was lying to you.
I thought you were just being a dick because you weren't ready. I feel so bad.
You thought because I'm not ready, instead of taking responsibility, me. I'm blaming you.
Yeah.
While still
I've listened for long enough to know you can be a bit quanty.
Well, you haven't watched to see facial expressions long enough to know that that's your seat. All right. Give me 30 minutes.
Yeah,
45 tops.
Take a full hour. Me and Alvin are just gonna chill. Hi, sweetheart.
This episode is sponsored by Cheers. Take Cheers Restore after your last drink or before going to bed and wake up feeling at least 50% better or your money back. For a limited time, our listeners are getting 20% off the entire order by using code TYSO at cheershealth.com. Just head to cheershealth.com and use code TYSO for 20% off. After you purchase, they will ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you. It says that's how we support our show, but really, I'm okay. Just do what you got to do. Use code TYSO. TYSO! This episode is sponsored by Function Health. And if you're anything like me, you like collecting data. Get 160 plus lab tests a year for $365. That's $1 a day. Plus the ability to dive deeper into your results through Function's connections to platforms you already use like ChatGPT or Claude. Join at functionhealth.com/TYSO or use gift code TYSO25 for a $25 credit toward your membership. This episode is sponsored by Klarna. Download the Klarna app today or visit KLARNA.com to learn more. Klarna balance account required to be eligible for cash back points. Ricky's on the loose. Come watch me do my stand-up hour. We're in Austin now, but this weekend coming up, Cleveland, Ohio, followed by Irving, Texas, DC, Portland, Eugene, Oregon, Philadelphia. They're not up yet, but I'll be announcing dates shortly for the Fringe Festival in Scotland, London. I'm going to be in either Dublin and or Amsterdam and or Berlin and or Paris. I'm trying to figure that out all around the August time. Get tickets at rickglassman.com.
Also check out We Should Date podcast. It's really good. It's kind of set up like this, but usually it's a female, but sometimes I'm into guys.
Okay. What's going on with you?
This is fun, Tan. I'm pretty sure I sent you messages on Instagram years ago asking you to do this. And then your people reached out. I'm sure you didn't see it.
Yeah.
But this is exciting for me.
That makes me so happy. Rick, I put my feet on your sofa.
That's fine.
Okay.
And if you don't want to bury the lead, you can talk about honorable gaze and when they could see it, and I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm just going to present myself without a co-host. Okay, honorable gaze. I'll give you guys an elevator pitch for Honorable Gaze. So Honorable Gaze is my first digital series in, I think, 7 years. My last one was a show called Dressing Funny, and it was a Netflix digital series. That was very successful. And now I'm launching Honorable Gaze. Yes, you may lick me. Now I'm launching Honorable Gaze with Rob Anderson and Eric Cedeno. They are two amazing comics and social media personalities who I love very, very much. I play the judge. They play the lawyers or defendant, whatever. And during each episode, I read out Am I the Arsehole Reddit stories. We all know what Am I the Arsehole Reddit stories are, right? Yes. And so I read them out. Yeah, it's a long one, man. And so I read out the story. They give their opinions. Obviously, I give my opinion because I'm obviously wildly opinionated. And then at the end, I decide who is the asshole in the story. We do 3 stories per episode. I think it's really funny. Also, the most important component is a lot of it is animated. And I think the animations make it so fucking funny. I'm just going to swear a lot just because that's me. And I know you swear on your pod, it's fine.
You don't know the visuals. We're big on the animations as well, just so you know.
Okay. I didn't know you did it. Why isn't it available on Spotify?
I might be doing that soon.
Can I tell you this?
Yes.
Your dog has been licking me for about a minute. And he looked over you in such shame thinking, oh shit, he just told on me. But
I need to say something that I'm just getting the exposition out because some jerk-offs in the audience are going to be thinking this.
Yeah.
Tan clearly wants the dog to be away, blah, 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 blah. Leave the dog. Why is the dog there? I am a firm believer in fostering a safe space for other people to define their boundaries.
Can I tell you this? Oh, also, the most forward person you might meet. And so if I need something, believe me, I'll tell you. If he were a bigger dog, I would be too scared to sit next to him, so I wouldn't allow it anyway. But he's so calm and gorgeous.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
And he's as it goes on.
And also he's made me feel so welcome. You were busy, so he thought he would lick me to keep me entertained.
What's it going? If I were newer at podcasting, I would start to get nervous right now because I'm excited that you're here and whatever chemicals are going through my body, I now know logically. I ran outside. It was way too hot for a sweater. I put the AC on. Wasn't set up. I will be in 1 more minute. And I just need to settle in like him.
You just chill.
Okay.
If you also need to lick my socks, feel free.
No, dude.
But I will say that your temperature in here is gorgeous.
I love a cold place.
I love it.
Put on a jacket.
When it's over 65, I'm like, why would you do that to a person you're interviewing that's miserable? No one wants that.
Thank you for appreciating that. I actually, now that you said that, I'm going to go 1 lower.
Do it. Well, are you on 66? Shall I continue on whilst he's gone? Okay, so it's animated. So when I'm telling the story on an Honorable Gaze, we do an animation that's obviously a really silly animation. This is not a serious show. Like, these are petty stories, and I just want to be able to comment on other people's lives. I want you all to know that I'm not suggesting that I'm always right, but in these situations, I'm right. I thought I'd just entertain the audience whilst you're doing your thing.
You're right about what? What happened?
I'm talking about Honorable Gaze and how I have a right to judge, even though I really don't, but I just want it because I find it fun.
I have a strong take on this, and I'll tell you when I sit down.
Okay, great.
Man, all right. I feel like I'm a little high.
Do you feel somewhat settled? Because you can take more time. I promise I'm fine.
Much like you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when I need.
Great.
And I need you to lock up for a second. I'm trying to get in the mood.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I think by lock up, Americans mean chill. It's like be quiet.
I've never heard anybody say that other than my grandfather, who has since passed away. Thanks for bringing it up. used to tell my grandma, "Lock up, Gloria."
Does it mean shut up?
Yeah.
Oh.
In an aggressively loving way is the way I
Stay
hear it,
quiet.
because the way he would speak to her and how he
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
about her, I was like, that's so funny, and I know he loves her so much. Okay, you don't need them. We might.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right. Theme music.
Scoot doo. Blah, blah. Wow, you edit these podcasts.
So much.
Really? Because they're like 2 fucking hours long.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be here until 9.
Okay, great.
So with you judging if people are who's the asshole and who's not,
Yeah.
you came to a quick assumption about me without even asking a question based on the time that you arrived.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to get in the way of your show?
No. I think that uninformed judgments are fun. Are fun and funny. And especially from a Brit. Like I think we have the license to be more cunty than you guys.
Okay.
I think that Americans
Do better
allow
with this.
it.
Do better with bring this.
I don't usually have a mic. So you can set me up however you want. Is
Let
this
me do
good?
this once. I want to double check this. I started to rely on having
Somebody else here.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I think that you guys appreciate it, allow it, and expect it from the Brits. I think that you just allow that the Brits are going to be a little bit harsh. But I don't think we're mean. I just think that we're blunt.
Sure. I don't think when anybody does it, if I trust their intention is me.
Yeah.
And I do
Fair.
think there's something that Americans do for people in the UK, which is just assume they're blank, whatever it might be. They assume they're smart.
Yeah.
They assume that they're not being cunty because it's cultural, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You guys get what I always wanted in any relationship, even friendship. You guys get a very quick benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, we do get a pass. It goes away pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like once, especially when you're in the public eye, they give you that for a while, and then after a while, they're like, okay, we know you well enough to now you are just being a dickhead.
I went back and forth with how I would ask questions. I want to ask questions about Queer Eye. I know it's ended, and I know you're moving on, and I'm not a gotcha podcast, and I don't like speaking negatively of other people.
Yeah.
We bleep stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not prying.
Go.
I've heard rumors of issues with people and this and that. I'm not asking names. I'm not asking who.
Yeah.
With you being on a show like that, where the show is secretly about you guys, but people watching think it's about the guests. The show doesn't work without the personalities, without, like the show doesn't work without you guys or people that could do what you guys do.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're there for something where you want to look good, you want to be funny, you want to be talented, whatever it might be, but you're trying to help people. Does that make it easier to do? And were you able to do it longer because of that? Does that question make sense?
Hit me with it one more time.
Sure. Britney Spears. I sometimes watch, I won't name names, but I see certain people and I see some interactions. I see some people hug more than others.
Yeah.
I've heard some rumors about some stuff, but they did it. Maybe you edited around stuff, but like it really seemed like there was the Fab Five trying to help whoever it might be.
Yeah.
And when you hate somebody or if you dislike somebody that you're being creative with, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
But if you're on a basketball team with somebody you don't like, hey, as long as we're helping score, it's okay.
Yeah.
Did it feel more like a team in that way, or was it like production?
I will say this, that the beautiful thing about the show and the dynamic between us is that we didn't have to edit around anything because we weren't fighting. Like any disagreements we had, there were disagreements that we weren't doing in front of the hero ever. Like if we had disagreements, it was in a trailer. It was behind the scenes. It wasn't, imagine if you were our hero and this was your
Think about it all the
time. We would never dream of having that disagreement in front of you. And so it never affected the job necessarily. And I do think that maybe, and I will never speak for the others, but what I will say is I work really well as a team. Like there have been opportunities where I will get offered a job to host something myself. I'm like, I want other people with me. I think I do better with an ensemble. I just do. And so anything that may have been a disagreement, it wasn't going to ever show up for you guys. And I think that's really exciting for our show and beautiful for our show, that nobody should have known if there was if there were problems behind the scenes. Like that wasn't.
Yeah.
That it would have been such a shitty thing to do for you guys to ever think, oh God, I don't trust that there's care and love and respect in the situation. That's not for the audience. That's for us privately to deal with. And I think for a long time, that's the space that we offered at the audience. We offered them a really safe, loving space. And then too much got out that shouldn't have been out.
And I stopped, and I was disappointed. I understand it's all here, but like I didn't look into it more. I'm not asking you, not just because we're public, because it's none of my business.
Yeah.
Like I would watch it every now and then it would creep in my head and see what the truth is. Like,
Isn't
these
that
are humans.
sad?
Was that?
Isn't that sad though that would creep in?
A little. It didn't make me love the show any less, but it made me not as present with it sometimes.
Yeah, I know. And that really hurts my heart that for some people has been the legacy. But for me, the legacy of the show is we created something so beautiful and positive. And that's not just a line. Look, as the Brits, I will always say if something's really fucking frustrating.
Oh, the show it's
or something shitty. But the show I think is beautiful.
So well done.
I
do believe everybody.
Yeah, and I want you to know that everything that we say on the show, we don't have a script. There's no such thing as a script on our show. And so everything that we say is honest. And so even if your opinion has been somewhat muddied by what you may see in the press, I want the audience to know that what we did on the show was not a lie. We showed so much love and respect to everybody that worked with, and so much love and respect to each other. You couldn't get through 9 years, was it 9 years or 8.5 years, if there wasn't at least some respect for each other. I would like to believe.
Yeah. When I brought that up, I didn't think it muddied the legacy. Maybe that's just what you have felt. It's like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
You know? And I also, if either you or Anthony, when you guys get emotional, I start, because it doesn't happen much, and I'm a big crier.
Yeah.
So when you guys go,
I've only ever cried twice in 8.5 years on the show. Yeah, I don't cry a lot on the show. So when I do, I really am feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a crier.
You're not here. I mean, you're here for a few reasons, that you have Honorably Gay, which you talked about for the first 35 minutes of this podcast. But and I know we're not here to promote a show that's not even on the air anymore, but I still just have to say, and I've talked about this on this podcast a bit, Queer Eye on Netflix, it's not just a great show, it's truly one of my favorite shows.
Thank you so much.
I rewatch stuff all the time.
Yeah, me
so
too.
when there's something I want to rewatch, either sitting down to eat or I'm trying to work around the house, that's one of them.
Thanks.
When I go someplace and I'm with my parents or with friends and like, what do we watch?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's either Entourage, Sex and the City, or Queer Eye, to be honest with you.
That makes me so happy. I'm so proud of the show.
It's so good.
Again, there's some weird stuff that's happened over the last few months, but God, I look back and I just think,
what's happened over the past few months?
Just the stuff that was in the press.
Oh, has that come out even more? Because I remember that last year.
No, thank God. But just the feeling of, oh my gosh, this is our last season. The audience might feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
It is. I still look back at it and think I couldn't be more proud.
Yeah.
I love that people feel so passionately about the show, and that we did something that I don't think any other show has done.
I don't know.
Personally,
I believe that. I don't know. I don't know that genre that well.
Yeah.
Like I remember the original Queer Eye. I was young. I'm only 29.
Yeah.
But when it first came out, I saw some and I liked it.
Yeah.
And I always liked your show. And I watched them all. But it was the season, I think, right after the COVID season.
Oh yeah.
Was it New Orleans?
No, we were in Austin. Yeah.
Dude. And then unbelievable. And I since went back and rewatched. But I'm going to Austin soon for comedy.
I love Austin.
And I think I want to go to Safe in Austin.
Oh yeah. It's incredible. She's incredible.
Unbelievable. I'm going to start crying if we talk about it more.
She's a beautiful person. Is that your favorite episode, do you think?
I don't know, but unequivocally, whatever it is, the one that I think my eyes were wet more than they weren't.
Yeah.
More than any other episode.
Yeah. Oh wow. I love that episode. But there are
tell me some
really
what are some of yours?
So I've only ever watched every episode once. I've
okay.
never
You've seen
seen them because we watch them for like a world premiere, so we have to go and sit in the audience and watch it. And I always watch to make sure I'm happy with my edit because we shoot so much within a week.
I imagine.
And so you don't know what made it, and you don't know what story arc there is because we have an idea of it. Can I explain how it works real quick?
I was going to ask.
Okay, so we're given what we call.
Can I interrupt you a whole bunch and ask questions and follow up?
As much as you like.
So go. I want you to I want you to tell me everything you're given.
Yeah.
But I also want to know. I want you to tell me this is before you ever meet the hero.
Yeah.
Tell me all that first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it changed a lot within the last few years, but what used to happen is like a month beforehand, we'd know as much as you guys know when we're reading what we call the dossier at the start of the episode. We get that. But then I send an additional questionnaire to our heroes through the producers. I never meet with the heroes beforehand. None of us do. We never get to meet the hero beforehand. When we see them on camera, that truly is the first time we've ever met them. And we don't retake the intro, like none of that. And so I get the information, I send them a questionnaire, and I got to doing that after season 1 or 2, after season 2, because I needed more information and I needed to know, okay, the store that we're going to makes the most sense for this person. So let's say, for example, it was you. I would ask you, what's your favorite color? What colors do you absolutely hate? What's your favorite print? What prints would you never wear? What are you wearing around the house?
I would love if you done this with me.
What are you wearing around the house? What would you wear on a date? What is the thing that makes you feel the best? When you were growing up, what's that one piece of clothing that really meant something to you and made you feel fantastic? So those kind of questions. Where do you shop? Where would you never shop? What kind of budget do you have for shopping? And so those kind of questions really helped us dictate where we should take that hero. Now, what people don't understand is this. Sometimes the store I want to go to, I can't get permission to go to. They won't release us. And so I can't go to the store, or the store doesn't have any of the sizing that we need, or we, I don't know, the person that we are interviewing.
Yeah, I was, two things happened and I was going to wait. I'm saying it now because we had a break.
Yeah, you go.
I'm not sick. I was sick 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I have a lingering little bit of a thing.
That's all right.
I forgot that I have a Mucinex I wanted to take.
Go.
I couldn't just pop a pill without acknowledging it. I also couldn't keep clearing my throat.
It's okay. So,
second, I forgot I used your microphone for something earlier. It's fine. It'll be fine in the mix, but it's a hot mic.
Okay.
Let me hear one more time.
1098-765.
I'm sorry, everybody. Continue. Thank you.
It's because I turned off early. It's my fault. I know it's my fault.
Thank you for being here early.
It's all right. It's better than being fucking late.
Usually, today I wouldn't have minded if you were 5:10 late. I was a little...
Do you know what? Okay, I promise I'm going to come back to what I was saying. But Delaney was on your podcast too.
Yes.
I have a bit of a crush on. I like her very much. And she had commented saying that I think she was 2 minutes early, like a couple of minutes. I know I'm 50 minutes early now, but she was a couple of minutes early and you weren't ready.
You were 20 minutes early.
I was 20 minutes early. She was 2 minutes early and you weren't ready for her either. And it just made me think, I wonder if you're just not ready.
Okay. And we're going to go back to what you're saying. I love this. Now we're meeting each other.
Yes.
Okay. So when I say you're early, that wasn't a criticism.
No, I know.
Okay. You being early was me feeling the need, for right or wrong, to explain that I'm not ready, and with a little bit of defensiveness. Well, it's not 12 yet. And I'm aware of that. There are times when I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Usually. Yeah. And I should do better at this. Usually, I'm at least... I'm ready. I'd be ready at, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm ready at 12 because I know that I need 3 minutes to get everything done.
Sure.
So if I have more than 3 minutes, I'll take an extra look in the mirror. I'll drink a little Magic Mind. I'll make sure, I'll double check the cards are formatted.
Yeah.
And then once it's 11:57, it's go time, baby.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the Delaney thing was. If she was 2 minutes early, I would have been ready in 2 minutes.
I've got no comment to that other than she was early, you were not ready. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway.
I'll have to look back.
I'm usually also typically 2 to 3 minutes late. So this is a very strange situation for me. Anyway, so many factors come into play when we're deciding where we need to take somebody. Like most of the time, the biggest issue is I really want to take them to I don't know, let's say, just for argument's sake, J. Crew. Can I say a brand on here? I'm not sponsored by them in any way. So let's say, for example,
Are you Jewish
J.
all of
Crew.
a sudden? Can I? Is this okay? Is that fine?
Yes. And so let's say I want to take them to J. Crew. We don't have the clearance to take them to J. Crew. So
How long before you meet them is this? A week?
it used to be a month. Now it's about a week. Or up until the last couple of seasons, it was about a week. And so you're scrambling to find somewhere. Also, you really want to promote that city that you're in. And so you try and go to local boutiques. But when you go to a local boutique, the selection isn't as large. And so there are so many factors that come into play. So sometimes, obviously, I see what goes on online. And the reason why I watch the show is to make sure I'm happy with the outfits. And sometimes in person, it looks a certain way.
No,
on
you said you
camera.
don't watch the show, just the premieres and stuff.
Yeah, just to look at the outfit. I watch them all once so I can see my scene to make sure, am I happy with the outfit? And then at least I'm armed for when I do an interview and somebody's like, well, what were you thinking with this outfit? I'm like, do you know what? That's a really good question. We could not get the size. The size that I wanted wasn't available. Is all we could go
Why
for.
not acknowledge that?
On the show,
Yeah.
I do. I have no control over an edit. I see the show when sometimes a week or two beforehand, but I see the show pretty much when the public sees the show. So I don't think we really talk about the kinks and stuff behind the scenes.
No
one really wants to know that. I don't think.
And why are we talking about it?
I'm telling you
I know.
because I know that the audience often will say, I didn't love what you did with that look. I'm like, I know I didn't. There's nothing I could do about it. It was out of my hands.
I'll remember the question. Go ahead.
No, that was it. So I just wanted to say that the reason why I only watch once is to make sure I'm happy with the outfits. Other than that, I don't watch the show because it's still, after all these years, awkward to watch yourself on TV.
A lot of actors say they don't like watching themselves.
Yeah.
I understand that, and I'm not one of them. If there's sometimes it's tough.
Yeah.
But even when it is, I want to know, oh, don't do that next time. Or
Yeah.
I want to know, do more of that.
Yeah.
You know?
But in the moment, maybe it's different for you. Do you only do scripted?
No.
Okay.
I'm a comedian, so I'm watching myself on stage or improv stuff or here.
Okay, I think it's a lot different for a comedian who does stand-up because you really need to know what landed and what didn't. But for unscripted work where you just
This
do
podcast.
when you're doing hours and hours and hours at a time, and my scenes are typically 3 hours. We can ask for however long we want. When my scenes are 3 hours, it's kind of hard to be like, don't walk with like that, don't stand like that, don't do this, don't do that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't speaking for vanity things.
Yeah,
I was talking about interpersonal and like
Performance.
yeah, am I being authentic? And if so, do I like that? And if not, it's not even about on camera. I think I've grown as a person so much having this podcast.
Really?
And seeing your reactions now, I'm projecting, seeing them on the monitor. Oh, I didn't realize. I think it really helps.
That's understandable. Okay, that's understandable.
You are very kind to people in a way that I believe with a certain intention. One, I don't know you. You seem very kind. But it seems your intention behind that isn't just to be kind to them to bullshit them or to make a show. But also sometimes I think your kindness is, I disagree with you sometimes. Like sometimes you say, oh, this is great, or you look great in this. Yeah. And I disagree sometimes. But even when I do, I check in with this thing, which I think is really cool that you do this. Your job, tell me if you agree or not, this seems to not just be to dress them well, but to make them feel good in clothes.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm gonna get emotional right now because this translates to me in other things outside of clothes. Yeah. And I've talked about this in some things where I used to think my mom was lying to me until I realized, no, that's really her amazing perspective on life. And she really believes this is the best omelet she's ever had. Oh. Like, it's not that, it doesn't need to be that literal.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are indifferent to clothes. Sometimes people hate them and they just want to wear, I wear sweats almost. I love sweaters. I love sweats because I could sleep in them and wear them out. You make people think, oh, I could do this, whether they will continue after you or not.
Yeah.
And I think that's a certain type of eye that I want you to like explain to me if you got that from the show or if that's how you see things in life. I could go on, but do you understand what I'm getting at? Could you explain it a little bit differently?
First off, I will say, I would like to believe, or the way I feel about it, again, I don't want to speak for others, but I've always seen kindness as a choice. I can be cunty when I want to be cunty, but I usually choose kindness. I'm only choosing aggression when I feel that towards me. It's very rare. I would like to believe that if you were to interview any of my castmates, they would say on any of my shows, he will always be nice, but if you are mean to him and if the intention is wrong, he will bite your hand off, and I will. And I like that duality. I think that one should have that. I think that one should always lead with kindness. And so when I meet our heroes, they've given me no reason to be anything other than the most lovely with them. I want to help them, but even if there weren't cameras, I would always choose to be nice, and I want them to feel the best they can feel. And so
sometimes a nicety feels like a way of manipulating a situation to make somebody feel a certain way, which we can have a conversation about pros and cons of that. But there's a specific nicety that I'm talking about you. It's you're giving somebody something. Yeah. You're giving something, not just the clothes, you're giving somebody something. And I think that's a skill set that I have been conscious of that I want to be better at, because I want people to speak to me a certain way, and I believe things at face value. Yeah. Or I'm very skeptical. I have a hard time with the gray area. If you were to tell me I look good in something and I don't think I look good in it, I won't believe you. Yeah. You do it in a certain way where it's like, oh, maybe this doesn't fit me the way that I don't like it, but maybe it's because I'm focusing on my insecurity and you're not because you're not me. Yeah.
I think that it's, I don't think it's kindness. For me, I think it's just honesty. When, I'm sure you've noticed if you've watched enough of Queer, and it sounds like you have, I can be quite harsh about what people are choosing to put on their bodies. But I think that that's the kind thing to do.
Agreed.
Because I want them to know it's not serving them. And the reason why they're feeling a certain way and they're constantly tugging at their clothes is because that thing that they say they're happy with, they're not happy with. And so I think it's the kind of thing to do to say, that doesn't work for you. Why would you choose that? Let me offer you something else. And I'm not ever, I would like to believe this is true, I'm not ever...
Okay.
No, yeah, I felt warm, and I was like, "Did you pee?"
No, never.
I would like to believe that when I say to somebody, "Hey, this isn't working for you. I think this is what you should wear." It's not based on something I would wear. It's very rare I put somebody in something I would wear personally. My style is my own style. Mm-hmm. I'm giving you something that
great style,
I think.
By the way. I think you're awesome.
Thank you so much. But it wouldn't work for you. It wouldn't work for most people. I want you to wear something that I think works for you and will make you feel good about yourself. And if it doesn't work, I will be the first one to say, even on TV, I've said, I don't like that. I put you in it. I don't like that. Let's try something else. And so I think that's a version of kindness. It may seem really harsh to people, but I just think I'm offering you tools and a different way to look at yourself. When you're looking in the mirror and you're like, I don't typically wear this. Yeah, you don't typically wear this, but look how your clothes typically make you feel not so great. Yeah. So maybe just try this. And if you find it doesn't work for you, go back to what you were doing. But if you really want the help, listen.
This episode is sponsored by Function Health. So Function Health is something I've kind of been following along for a bit now. It's something that I reached out to my people who get my ads and say, hey, can we work with them? I want to give full disclosure. I haven't used them yet. I don't want to say any claims that I've even noticed personally, but I can tell you things I've heard about from people who have used it, things that are written about it, and it's something I'm actually really excited about using. Also, I get blood work a lot. Oh. I've talked with you about this a little bit, I think. Yeah. I go, whenever
in your act.
I do talk about my act. I have some hormone stuff. I go get my blood taken. A lot of times I get STD checks even if I haven't been with somebody. Maybe I saw on the toilet.
Dirty toilets, yeah.
The thing is, I like getting this information. So this is very attractive to me because they're like sometimes my doctors are doing blood work and I'll be like, hey, will you check magnesium levels? Could we check my vitamin Ds? Could we check my free testosterone? I want to check my estrogen.
I haven't been to a doctor in 10 years.
We should get you on this.
Is it free?
If it's TYSO, you get $25 off. Let me tell you a little bit about it. A lot of people might not know this, but when you check your blood, you could find out things that you might not even have symptoms for yet. It's really just, also, I know that you've been struggling a little bit and you don't have health insurance. You should be getting an annual physical at least.
I physical myself every day.
Buddy, you should get an annual one. You really should.
Okay, I'll wait a year and then do it again.
You're going to check off once a year, you're saying?
Yeah.
No, buddy, I don't think you get what I'm saying. Here's what most people overlook. Your muscles don't just need training. Are you working out your muscles even?
Oh, all the time, dude, especially when I give myself a physical.
So no to that as well. Check your health the way I do. 160 plus lab tests a year for $365. Plus the ability to dive deeper into your results through functions connection to platforms you already use like ChatGPT and Claude. I'm psyched for this. Join at functionhealth.com/TYSO or use gift code TYSO25 for a $25 credit toward your membership. This episode is sponsored by Klarna. Michael, I know you're going through a little bit of a hard time, so I don't mean to put any bias. But do you ever have things that Michael's going through a hard time? He went to Europe. And he spent the kind of money you spend if you have money. Is that fair to say?
I spent 20 grand.
Yeah. And how much money did you have when you spent it?
20 grand.
So Michael is on the road with me. And if you ever come to a show and you want merch, maybe I could pitch, buy Michael's merch. Michael's having a hard time. Is that okay to say? Now, not that that's necessarily the target demo, but I can say you might be able to relate. What happens if your dishwasher breaks and you need to replace it, but you're not getting paid for the next month?
I'd use Klarna.
Here's what it does. Klarna lets you split purchases into multiple payment options without interest for a couple months. It offers value, transparency, control, and something that Michael hates. No surprises.
Whoa.
Pay now, later, or over time, whatever fits your life. Sometimes when you're checking out someplace, you'll see different options where you could pay. Klarna is often an option. If there's a purchase you want to make and you want to split it up into 4 payments, pay every couple of weeks, interest-free, Klarna is the way to go. Download the Klarna app today or visit Klarna.com to learn more.
CA resident loans made or arranged pursuant to a California finance law license NMLS pound 1353190. Klarna balance account required to be eligible for cashback points. Limitations, terms, and conditions apply.
This episode is sponsored by Cheers. I'm not much of a drinker, but I do know that the hangovers are a thing. So you know of this company.
Yeah. My buddy has it. I'm going to get it. Can you get it for me?
So what does this mean? Like you're drinking.
Yeah.
And then.
Look, I mean, in your 40s, it's a lot harder. You just feel like you did a full day of working out.
You're in your 40s?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't look like it because Cheers. But like sometimes it feels like a full day of workout.
A lot of people are maybe wondering, how does Cheers work? Kind of like you said, is getting older. After the age of 30, less and less alcohol will make you feel worse and worse the next day.
Unbelievable. Feels like I got in the ring with Mike Tyson.
If you take Cheers Restore after your last drink or before going to bed, it will work while you sleep. Their claim to fame is feel 50% better or your money back. Do you really notice it like that?
Dude, I would say 75% better, but I'm not a scientist. But either way, cheers. I feel great.
So it helps you metabolize alcohol efficiently and supports overall liver health.
Take it with water. That helps too.
For some extra proof here, Cheers is backed by doctors, PhDs, and over 1,000 verified clinicians. They sold over 50 million doses. Damn, this is a big company, huh?
Yeah.
It's available in 30,000 retail locations, including CVS, Walgreens, 7-Eleven, Circle K. Not the same as Circle Jerk. Sorry, but sometimes on this podcast,
but I take it after Special K.
Forgot to bring it to the studio, but I do want to show people what it looks like. Take Cheers Restore after your last drink or before going to bed and wake up feeling at least
50%. Sorry.
50%
Take
better.
It back. Let's do it again.
No, it's fine. They get it.
Okay, yeah. But I like to say 75 because I feel that much better after I take it. And I also
do it
go
with 50%. It's just too long.
Okay. 50% better.
Or your money back. For a limited time, our listeners are getting 20% off their entire order by using code TYSO at cheershealth.com. Just head to cheershealth.com and use code
TYSO
for 20% off. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you. Cheers. The way you talk about people's bodies is where I'm thinking about it the most that I like. Like,
I'm really particular about body. If you want to talk about bodies, I would fucking love to talk about bodies.
I mean,
let me start with this. I am not a muscle gay.
a muscle gay?
A muscle gay. Like, I'm not Anthony. Anthony's body is an Adonis's body.
Sometimes, especially when he's coming out of a pool or something, either they make it the slow motion very slow, like subtle, like 95%. But sometimes I watch him walk. I'm like, is that slow motion or is that just what it seems like when his shirt is off?
Do you know what? That boy is wild. Like, when he's around, it's amazing watching people watch Anthony. It's very funny. And it does feel like a slow-mo.
I don't remember what season it was, but there was one where I feel like he talked to production and was like, let's get a couple of extra shirt off shots.
I will say this. I have no right to talk to him, but he's family. I'm hoping he will let me say this and not be upset about it. He is usually the one who's like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to take my shirt off. It's production.
Well, they know what they're doing.
It's production. I mean, they're very honest about it. They're like,
I'm a straight man
the
who
girls
rewinds
gays
them
and
sometimes.
some of the straights will love this.
Yeah.
And so he will often just have to back down, but he will typically fight it on the show. Anyway, so I'm not a muscle gay, and I a lot of my life, I absolutely hated my body. I was a very, very, very skinny kid. I was extremely premature, and my mum took me to the doctors many times as a kid because I had such bad anxiety about how my body looked. And the doctors kept saying, he's so premature.
Because you're too skinny.
So skinny.
How old are you when you were feeling insecure?
12, 13, in PE, do you call it PE in America? Physical education. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to take PE class every week, and in the showers afterwards, I would be mortified. Everybody else had a normal sized body. I was short. You could see my ribs. I was a very, very skinny person. And so I felt so insecure about it. And it took me years to put on weight to be a regular size. And so when I help people on Queer Eye, even though I know so many people will hate me saying this, those who have a larger body, I still understand how you can feel about your body, even though I have a shockingly skinny body. I do understand that wild insecurity and the worry that people are looking at you, the worry that people won't find you attractive. I feel those things. And I know that I have many family members who will be like, but you don't know what we're talking about. Look how skinny you are. For me, calling me skinny is not a compliment. That's not a nice feeling. I don't like when people call me skinny because I just think you're making it seem like I'm not a cool, hot gay. And that's a horrible feeling too. I can't compete with those gays.
I understand that. When I was younger, I had a very hard time putting on weight. And when people say I was skinny, I did think of it as like another way of like, you're saying you're weak, you're not enough, you're not
a man. For me, it was you're not a man.
But, I do also understand like being cold. I'd rather be cold. I could put on a jacket than hot, and I could only take off so much.
I'm not saying
people might not like it, but it's a real thing. You get insecure about what you're insecure about. It's our own
and
things.
I'm not saying that being skinny is the same experience
Come
as
on, dude.
being obese. However, I understand the pain to a certain extent. I understand the pain to a certain extent, looking in the mirror thinking, I know people have a negative opinion of my body. And so when I speak to people on Queer Eye, regardless of what their body is, I really try to remind them, it's you should feel beautiful. I want you to feel confident in the body you have. It's the only one you've got. And it took me a long time to get here, a really long time to get here, where I can look at myself and think, this isn't the most important thing about me. I'm okay with my body. I don't think it's gorgeous and I don't think it's hideous. It's my body and it serves me.
Yeah, I understand. And that's a very enlightened place to live. That until you look in a mirror, or until you're going someplace or you see a picture. Yeah. I don't look in mirrors very much. I don't feel insecure about the way I look. I think sometimes I look handsome and sometimes I'd like, Jesus, what's going on? I don't know. I think everybody except for really hot people. Yeah. Have to, and it's all relative to how you see yourself, have to accept as a certain person, I'm a hot person and this is my identity now, or I'm not a hot person, even if I am, or you are, whoever it might be, but like, it is what it is. Yeah. As a comedian, I think it's a lot better because when you look bad, it's funny, and at least in performance, not when everyone wants to look at least good enough to what they're capable of. But I now like have a thing where when people you take a picture, if I want to take a picture with somebody, I don't look at it, not yet. When I find that when I look at a picture right away, I'm looking to see how I look. Yeah. When I look at a picture a day, a week, a month later, I'm looking at to see the memory of what it was.
Yeah, I see that.
And I now like that has tricked me into things. Because I was always very skinny, and then I started working out. I got in pretty good shape, but my chest was always flat, my legs were always skinny, and I was like insecure about them. And I see pictures of me from 10 years ago. I'm like, dude, I was fucking yoked.
Oh yeah.
So I think about this now, like, imagine what I could be looking like. Like, just appreciate this.
Oh yeah. I will say though, you're not 30 yet, and in your 30s, I think you're going to feel better than ever. And I think that your perspective will change a lot on your body. I do.
I almost am 30, so we'll see.
I don't think it'll happen in your early 30s, but when you creep towards 40, I think you'll start to appreciate the body that you have. Things will start to ache and hurt and feel uncomfortable. And I swear you'll feel better about it. Once you feel those aches and pains, you'll feel better.
I could say even in my late 20s, I am connecting with that. Good. I am starting to feel better. I don't feel that I'm necessary. Yeah, I am. And let me tell you something else. I have a new relationship over the past few years now with clothes. This is one of these episodes where I'm feeling myself that I'm going to be watching it. And Rick, you're talking too much. You don't have to.
I want to hear it.
You have to come back. I would love for you to come back another time.
I'm in LA all the time.
Great. So I'm very sensitive to lots of different things. I've gotten better with it. An easy way to explain it is I have OCD and you have to sit on a blanket. I don't like wearing pants.
Full pants.
Pants meaning like
full trouser.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, buttons, unless they fit perfect, and elastic isn't that way.
Okay.
Then I discovered Isabel Marant. Am I saying, is that right? A pair of these Isabel Marant pants that are the coolest. They're my favorite pants. They're the coolest pants.
Yeah.
They're elastic. These pants are so fucking cool, and I could sleep in them. I need to find other outfits where I could still wear these pants. I'll treat these pants like it's a watch.
Yeah.
And I have this new relationship with clothes where I don't wear them all the time, and I love them.
Okay.
And I found brands that I like. Corridor is one that I really
Love.
Helmet Lang is one that I really like. Incidentally, these are brands that are quite expensive as I name these, and I'm starting to understand. Oh, yeah, expensive stuff is kind of it's not all marketing.
But it's not always better.
I've tried on a lot of Marant pants. In fact, I have some here that I'm now returning.
Yeah, they're not always better.
But I haven't found not expensive stuff that I love like that.
Can I just give you a recommendation?
Yes.
Have you ever tried Uniqlo? Uniqlo is great.
Never even heard of it.
Get out. Wow.
Is it a store that curates other brands, or is it their own brand?
It's their own brand. It is one of the largest brands in the world. That's not
Wait
to
a
sound
minute.
condescending, but it's one of the largest.
Is that? Did I go to one? I went someplace in Brooklyn once.
UNIQLO. I think it's Japanese.
I did go there. I did go there.
They have these
I didn't like
elasticated pants that I'm obsessed with. I've got them in every color. UNIQLO.
I don't know if that's the same place.
It's wonderful, and you can get wonderful pants, and they've got every kind of pant you can ever. It's a massive store. It's like a superstore. You can get probably everything you could ever want from this store. Will you please try it? And
Is there one in LA?
there's one everywhere.
Okay.
It's as common as H&M. And so, yes, check out an elasticated pant from them that will look lovely, feel lovely. I have noticed twice you've now said, I could sleep in it. Is that the benchmark?
If I can't sleep in it, then I'll still wear it.
Okay.
But I'll have to wear it for a reason.
Yeah.
But
Same. You just know.
But for a reason isn't going out in the world. For a reason is going on stage, going on a date.
Yeah.
A lot of times I dress for other people.
Yeah.
Like I'm going someplace. Don't wear that. You can't. You might feel that I'm being disrespectful if I go to a house party of yours wearing this, and I'll ask.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just like, just put on pants. You're going to dinner with grandma. Just put on some pants.
I think that people expect that I'm always judging what they're wearing. On Honorable Gaze, I judge everything. I don't usually give a fuck about what someone's wearing. I do for
Great.
TV. For TV, I do. And most of it is so selfish. It's because I'm always thinking, God, what are they thinking about what I'm wearing? Because it's my job. And if I don't look nice, that's a problem. If they don't like what I'm wearing.
Like a personal trainer who's not in shape. And they don't have to be. They could still be very educated.
Absolutely. That's exactly it. But people just expect that because I work in this world, I must always look great or look good. Whereas most of the time, I just want to be comfortable and I'm not concerned about what somebody else is wearing. I barely notice someone else has got a head, let alone what they're wearing.
So
it's
narcissistic.
so rare. Unless somebody asks me, I don't notice.
Are you comfortable in what you're wearing now?
Yeah, I'm really comfortable in what I'm wearing.
But don't you think what you're wearing now is a very cool look?
I like what I'm wearing. I don't put clothes on that I don't like.
Right.
It's very rare, but I'm not doing it because I'm not concerned about what you're wearing. I put something on nice because I want to feel nice.
I want to put a magnifying glass on that, and my audience is almost exclusively hot women and socially awkward guys. Okay.
The hot women I get.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So with socially awkward people, a lot of that comes with either how are people seeing me, and not unrelated, how do I feel?
Yeah.
You said you don't put on clothes that you don't like. That's where my new relationship with clothes is kind of coming. I want my wardrobe to be only things I like.
Yeah.
And there's a level of 100%. I could sleep in it versus I'll be fine in it. Right.
I need you to know I do the same.
But I don't have enough clothes that I like everything.
Oh, that's
there are clothes that I have
problem.
that are like,
okay, that's a problem.
And but I am truly fine in it. I'm walking my dog. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But like, as a metaphor and literally, it's a sweatsuit. Some sweatsuits you look like a D1 athlete in.
Yeah.
And some are like, that doesn't flatter you. This doesn't fit you. This is too small. This is too old.
You just put clothes on.
Yeah. So I am currently in that process of not willing to get rid of certain clothes because they do feel so good. But I don't look good in them. I don't feel like I look good in them, but I haven't found something to take its place yet. You go to these stores for 3 hours and then you find a couple of outfits, you try it on in front of the Fab Five, and that's great.
Yeah.
But when we see the closet, it does look like you curate a full closet.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right.
For
I have those.
Just so you know, for $1,000.
That's crazy. You guys were a hit show. That's all they give you?
Yeah. Sometimes a brand will gift us stuff up to a
So
certain
production doesn't pay for it. It's just whatever the trade is for you.
Yeah, but no, they give us $1,000.
The store does or production?
Production.
But doesn't the store...
2 outfits or 3 outfits or whatever you put on
Right.
camera, you get to keep those. Yeah. So it's not
that
a
ain't
lot.
easy.
No, it's really hard.
Because they're full closets.
Yeah, people expect you to pull out miracles. I'm like, if we don't like that shirt you put on, I'm like, you try curating a full
That's
closet for
crazy.
$1,000.
You guys were a hit show.
Yeah.
This is me judging industry and stuff.
Yeah.
Give you 5,000. That's not going to touch them.
Yeah, no, I know.
Anyway, I don't have a closet that I'm...
I do want to add to this, and I'm so sorry to do this to you. Also, I really need to add the fact that I never talk about clothes outside of Queer Eye. People always ask me, but I'm like, I don't care about clothes.
That's how I know you, and I love that side of you. So I know there's more, and we
I
can
know.
get to it.
No. I'm not saying there's so much more to me. That's what people know me for.
Yeah.
But I need you to know, it's so rare. I'm thinking about clothes. So rare.
But that's the gift. It's so intuitive to you.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah.
you like everything you have.
Yeah.
You know how to put stuff together.
But what I will say to that is, it's because I got rid of the things that didn't make me feel nice. So, and I know you say you don't have anything else to replace it. If you get rid of those things, you will be forced to replace it.
I am on a mission.
Yeah.
I do this stuff. I actually, and this might be a free plug, they recently started sponsoring my podcast, and I don't know if it's in this, but Revolve is really pushing a lot of men's clothing.
Oh, I didn't know they did men's.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I like it. I mean, they have the brands that I mentioned. I mean, I'm not doing an ad right now. I love browsing.
Yeah.
The problem is, as great as something is, it's 90% fit, you know?
Yeah, for
but,
sure.
you know, you try it on and you mail it back. That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find Fred Siegel, which has since closed. I
Yeah.
loved because they just curated all these cool
They did such a
clothes.
good job.
And I love going there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get one piece every 5 times I go.
Yeah.
But I am looking.
Yeah.
I'm looking constantly.
Can I give you a tip as well? You know that pair of pants? I don't know. I'm pointing there, but you did say something about Isabel Moran over there. Are they
show
there?
you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
This is an assumption. I'm assuming you're doing all right. You could get them remade in a bunch of colors or fabrics that you like. That's what I suggest.
You know, it's funny that you said that. There's a pair of sweatpants that I like so much. And I had them, I don't know what it's called, but they made the cardboard and the measure.
The pattern,
I did
yeah.
that, and I wanted to like sell it as merch because people comment on my sweats a lot because I've curated a pretty cool.
You okay? Whoa.
Allergies that happen sometimes. So these are the pants
These are the ones you love, or these are the ones you're returning?
that I love. I'm going to put them
Right.
on.
I would love to see.
This is so fun, dude.
So why the shorts then? You do sometimes like a long pant?
I what?
Did you say you don't usually wear a long pant though? Is it just this pant? Usually you're in shorts.
During the day, I'm in shorts.
Okay. Can you just stand and tell me what it is that you like so much about them? They're very nice, but what is
I'll
it?
tell you what the magic sauce is.
Yeah.
The elastic is just perfect.
Yeah, I
And they
love
fit me
I
well.
love an elastic.
When I find, and I've tried on so many of the elastic things,
Yeah.
they don't come in waist and length. They come in small
I
through
know,
extra
man.
large.
I know.
I am
know.
relatively skinny
And
and
you're
tall.
tall.
Oh, and doesn't it suck? I
Yeah.
get it. But they're too short.
Yeah, I get it.
And then what I've tried is, well, then just buy really big
Yeah.
and get them tailored. You
I
can't
know.
with those.
No, I know.
These, perfect.
So then, okay. So
Also, they remind me of like Sister Act 2 Lauryn Hill pants. Like this is like,
she's
it's
an
cool.
icon. Would you stand one more time? Could I make a couple of suggestions?
Yeah.
Get
They're
them-
wrinkly. I need
No, that's not an issue at all. Get them remade, but maybe do some versions that don't have all the pockets.
Of course.
So that you could then dress them up.
Also, they're so identifiable because of the baggy
Yeah.
in the pocket. It's I'm wearing them all. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I just bought another pair that I haven't really put together yet. But
they're not they're drawstring, but they're not stretch.
They're not stretch, but they have this.
Yeah.
It's not the same, but you know, you gotta.
I mean, I love them. They're, but they are so far removed from what you're wearing.
Which I'm what I'm looking for. I'm looking to have a couple of like, they're different enough.
I think you need to listen to me.
Okay, well, what did you tell me?
Get them made.
Do you have somebody that does that?
I do.
Make a recommendation.
I'll give you a recommendation.
So wait a minute. So I'm going to get these made, and then I could have. First of all, they don't make these anymore.
Yeah.
I'm looking on their store.
Great.
And there's sometimes I find something that I like, and you get 2 of them because there's only 9 things I like.
I always do that. Yeah.
I don't have another pair of these.
Yeah.
So I would want to get another pair of these.
Yeah.
And then I want to be like, let's fuck around and figure something different.
Do it in a black. Do it in an olive. Like, do it in other colors that you could wear. Every day you've got those on, just in different colors.
If I become more recognizable.
Yeah.
And because one of the identifiable things with me, I think, is because I talk about comfort and safety and clothes and blah, blah, blah. Like, I kind of want to have a line of clothes that are... that, you know, for people with fabric and sensitivities and clothes sensitivities, and like you could sleep in it, you could go on a date in it, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's merch or whatever. I mean, I think like getting these would be expensive, but like I love the idea of clothes. Like these are cool clothes that you can sleep in.
If you were to do them, you could make a version of them that's like $150. That's accessible.
It's accessible.
It's not cheap, but it's accessible. It's not a designer price.
I'm going to take you up on you. I mean, not necessarily making this into something I'm offering to other people, but I want to have pants made for me.
Yeah, you should. You absolutely should. But get them in a couple of colors that don't have all the details, and then you can wear them 1,000 times and no one will ever know, he's in the same black pair of pants.
With not all the details, because I do not have an eye for this until I put them on.
Yeah.
Is that something I say, hey, could you make me a version of the details? Or is this something that you'll like CC me on and be like, hey, maybe less pockets?
I'll add you to an email and I'll just tell them what to do.
I almost exclusively wear my merch because I found clothes that fit me well. This is
your
like, I'm just building my own clothes. What's
your
that?
Your merch is branded, I'm assuming.
Say it again?
Your merch is branded, I'm assuming.
Does that mean?
Does it have like your name on it or your podcast?
Yes, but it's still white labeled stuff.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
You know the brand Comfort Colors?
No.
Whenever somebody has merch and it's Comfort Colors, which I don't even have, it's just, I buy it.
Okay.
I'm talking too much and we're talking too specific about this stuff.
It's all right. They love inside baseball.
I'm just getting, insecure is not the best word, but it's the closest I have to getting. Insecure now that like, you're somebody who I've been wanting on for years and now I'm just asking you about my pants.
That's so nice. No, I love that you're asking me about this. I've got a question. What the fuck is that?
I have, I have Jewish joints and I've had some surgeries and that's, you can change the resistance.
Oh, I thought you were just doing your full-on workouts at home. I'm like, where's the other one? I don't think you're doing that right.
No, yeah, I do it with isolated stuff.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
No, we can talk about clothes all you want. It's typically, I need you to know, outside of Queer Eye, I don't talk about clothes because you're put in such a box, and I swear this isn't a defensive thing. You're put in such a box because then people think, oh, all he cares about is clothes. I'm like, I don't care
understand.
about.
And it seems like you talk about it a lot because people bring it up.
Yeah, and I'm never upset about it. That's what they know me for. However, I really wish people knew. I think that people think I'm so superficial that all I care about is clothes. And I want to say it's the last thing I'm thinking about most days.
For what it's worth, I think that you're a guy that knows about clothes and you help people. And I never thought anything of that.
That's very nice.
I mean, I'm not even being flattering. I'm just like, you just imagine if like who... no.
Do you know, it's funny. I had said I'm not really going to talk about Queer Eye anymore because it's done. But I will say, but I want to mention this point. On Queer Eye, I think I would love to know your perspective because I'm usually around people I know when I talk this in depth about my work. On the show, yes, I deal with clothes, but I would like to believe that most of the time on Queer Eye, I'm just having a conversation, finding out about the life. I think what I do a good job of, and I might be wrong, I think what I do a good job of is having a really human connection with everyone I meet
100%.
on the show. I just so happen to also talk about clothes, but most of the time, I'm not talking about their clothes. I'm talking about, tell me about your life. What the fuck is going on? Because I think I'm the most, actually, I know this to be true. On Queer Eye, when there's a problem, when there's a hero, and they're not really opening up, I'm always the one that's brought in. They'll say, Tan doesn't have a filter and he asks wildly inappropriate questions. And I get a pass like no other American or no American gets. And so I can ask the shit that the others can't. And so I think I have this luxury on the show of being able to say, well, were you the problem in your divorce? Is that why you got a divorce as opposed to the other person? Because you're saying it's their problem, but it sounds like it's you. I'm the only one who has that permission because you guys take it differently from me.
I don't know how much it's on camera. I've seen you do that a couple of times, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
I do think, and he has more at bats, but I do think Karamo has done a good job with it.
Amazing job.
But that's literally his role on the show, so you see that more.
And
but I do agree that you are the two.
If I do too much of it, they for sure edit it out because that is Karamo's job on the show. And I think Karamo does a fucking wicked job. Like sometimes, the only times that I cry at home watching the show is Karamo scenes.
Yeah, you guys, for whatever the relationship stuff is, the group works.
Do you know,
it's great.
I will say this. I personally thought and think that our relationship on the show was fucking beautiful.
Same.
I do.
I had no idea of the, and also, if you even are interested and you didn't know, I didn't hear anything that was scandalous. It was just like, oh, these people didn't really get on that well or whatever it might be.
Which I think is so inflated. I think it's such bullshit because everyone just wanted click, but like the clickbait shit of it all, that's not, in my opinion, that's not the case.
I'm forgetting his name, the guy that came in.
Jeremiah, love of my life.
I still do refer to you as hair. But the two of you guys now, I mean, the hair on you guys, I'm just like, I get.
Jeremiah is so fucking pretty. He's so pretty. And his husband's an angel and his kids are amazing. He is, I don't know what his faults are. I'm yet to find his flaws.
Well, you
He's
only
a
had 2 seasons
person.
with him.
No, I've known him for years. He's been a friend of mine for years. I've known him for a long time and I love him very, very, very much. Contrary to common belief though, I did not get him hired. A lot of the...
Oh, was that a thing that people...
Yeah, that was most of the issue, was that I got my friend hired and I need to make it clear once and for all, and then we can lay this to rest. You really can't get somebody hired on a show.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole massive Netflix division for casting.
Mm-hmm. You could get them to look at him though.
Not even that!
Well, you should have. He's your friend.
He had a hard job.
Without a doubt, it has to be the hard...
But I think he
hardest
nailed
than
it.
everybody.
And the audience seemed to love him, which was such a relief.
I did.
I couldn't have done that job. I couldn't have replaced somebody. That's a really hard
also
thing to
so
do.
much of what he does isn't being shown.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you have 3 hours.
Yeah.
He's got to be the whole week. He's doing stuff.
Yeah, gosh, that boy worked so hard.
I like
so
both of them.
hard.
They both did a great job. I just felt bad.
Me too.
I know I already said it, but like the amount that what your show has done.
Yeah.
I'll speak like for me as both entertainment and as distraction and as like when sad and to see. You know, I remember I learned years ago, right when I first started going to therapy, that like when you get out of a relationship or when you're heartbroken or grieving something, one of the very important tools is to focus on other people and like their problems or whatever it might be. In one way, a selfless way of being empathetic and connecting with people, and in arguably a selfish way, finding an excuse to not think about yourself and sit in something.
Yeah,
and like.
I agree with that.
Watching that has offered that for me. Like when I'm sad, putting that show on and like getting a cry out for something. And I just think that like I was really, really sad that when I heard that it was the last season.
Yeah.
When it comes out, it's one of those ones that I don't watch episode 2 right away because then it's done, but I'll still watch it that day.
Yeah.
Like I do this when I get donuts. I love donuts.
I love a donut.
But I'll eat so many.
Same.
So I'll keep the donuts over there.
Yeah.
And then I'll take 3 different kind of donuts and take little pieces.
Yeah.
And I can get up and get more, but then I have to get up.
Yeah,
it slows me down.
Yeah.
That's how I am with Queer Eye.
Yeah. And I love hearing that you take your time with it because the way streamers have, this is no shade, but they bastardized the way we view TV or the way we view anything. And you can be done with the show that took months of love and dedication and be done in a day. And don't get me wrong, we always encourage people, watch it because the quicker you watch it, the better the viewing figures are and the more likely you are to get another season. But with that last season, even I encourage people, take your time.
Even what?
With the last season. I was like, take your time. It's our last season. I'm not trying to get a new season. None of us are trying to get a new season. I'm done with the show. Please take your time with this one because this is the last one. Enjoy it.
athletes talk about when they know that they're done.
Yeah.
Like there's no like, I'm not sure. There is that transition period, but then they like, I did it.
Yeah.
That makes sense because their bodies are telling them that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're done with it too.
Yeah.
But it might be different if they were younger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not the case for you.
Mm-mm.
This is different. Could you explain the why of, because you did it?
So many reasons. I was probably done in my mind after season 6.
Really?
I was probably done at season 6, but not because I hated the show. I loved doing the show. My God, I loved doing the show. It was such a luxury to have that as my first ever show on television. And it was weirdly an easy show to film. You got to hang out with people that you had so much fun with. My schedule wasn't bad. I was working 4 days a week. Like, it was a lovely.
For what? 3 months?
It depends. So the first 4 seasons, we did 2 seasons back to back. So 2 seasons at once. We didn't know which episodes were going to be which season. And then we started doing single seasons. Then we did another double. So it really depended on the season, whether we were in a city for 2 months or 5 months.
If you were in 5 months, then you weren't there the next year?
Yeah, exactly. And we would just say, oh, we've got a new season coming and we're back in. We had already shut it.
Yeah.
And so I would do that show and love it so much, thinking, my gosh, I know what my schedule is for the, let's say it was a 4-month stint. A 4-month stint, I know what my schedule is. I know that I'm done by, let's say, 7 o'clock. I'm off on a Wednesday. I've always got a Sunday off. It was a really great gig. And it was fucking fun. It was such an easy job. I just got to turn up and be myself. I don't know how to do all my biggest issue when I first started with Queer Eye, and I truly thought I was going to get fired. And I said, I'm happy to quit the show. Like, you can replace me. This was on week 3. I was like, replace me. I want to quit. You want me to quit? I'm positive because I'm shit at the show because I don't know how to do the American jazz hands. All I know to do is just be myself, and that can't be entertaining for anybody. And then I realized, oh no, that was just the job. I just got to be.
You just seeing how your mindset has changed to like, you're like, watch me judge people. You know, like you know, the confidence you've developed.
You get
like,
real
I'm enough.
comfortable real quick.
Especially when people are probably applauding it.
Yeah, it was so easy. And so that was the job. I just got to be myself. So what was not to love? However, I didn't know I thought, God, people have got to be bored. 6 seasons and I want to end on a high. Like, our 6th season was arguably our most successful at that time.
Where were you? Which one was that?
Oh, was it Austin? Austin. It was Austin. And it was right after COVID. We had started shooting before COVID, or the month of COVID. When
that whole season was a banger.
It was a really good season.
Yeah.
I know it was a really good season. And so then we came back from COVID and we were all just energized. We hadn't worked for a year. We couldn't have been more excited to be there. But once that ended, I just thought, we should end on this high. Like, it's been a great season. Let's just be done. Also, what else can I teach the audience? Because the main job is, what are your takeaways for the audience? Who cares if you're fun, interesting, nice, whatever?
Could you explain that differently?
What is a lesson you are teaching in this episode?
To me, the watcher, or to the hero?
The watcher. The hero, but the hero is the vehicle to get to you. So what is the audience learning through this hero? Yes, I know everyone makes fun of the French talk, but let's say the French talk, or this is how you get this tailored, or this is how this is how long your sleeve length should be. This is what layering looks like. So
you feel like you had to have a different one every time.
You have to try your best.
What about the reinforcing something that you already talked about?
That's what I had to do the last few seasons. I'm like, I've got nothing new. Like, there's only so much I can say that's going to educate the audience.
It's funny that you bring up the French talk, because that's obviously a thing that other people notice.
Yeah. So the funny thing is if you don't know my name, when people are on the street and they don't know my name, but
you're
they're
the
like,
French
the French
talk
guy. I'm like, yeah. And although it became such a thing that people made fun of, it made me so happy thinking, I did something that for the rest of my life, people will know. I might not know his name, but I know him for something. That is literally money. That is money to me. And so I never really shied away from like,
for the people that don't know what the French tuck is, it's just tucking in the front.
Tucking in the front. And it's...
I've tried it.
Yeah.
I've tried it before you even said it. When you said it, I'm like, can we go again? I don't know if it's not for me. I don't know how to do it. It's a certain outfit. But what I do know is, and maybe it's still a French tuck, or maybe it's like, I guess I was going to say it would be a different place in France. It's a whole country. Not in the front.
The back? The reverse.
So
French tuck?
sometimes it happens by accident after I go to the bathroom. I'll give you an example.
The reverse French tuck.
Not in the back.
Oh, not at the back.
It'll be something like this. Like if this is like this is tucked in a little, which then forces. But accidentally, like that's not good. I can never do it. But like, oh, now I'm showing a little extra of this.
Yeah.
It looks like, you know, that like people like some people know how to do their hair where it looks like they just woke up, but let me tell you something, that took a while.
Yeah, it always does. Yeah.
I want that with a tuck, and a French tuck looks like, no, that was curated.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was meant to look like you styled your outfit.
Yeah, so maybe I'm judging it, but I love it when it's a little bit onto the side. It's like, and if someone were to be like, dude, what's up with your shirt? As an adult
I didn't
now,
even realize.
Yeah, as an adult now, I'll be like, yeah, I like it. But there would have been a time where I probably would have been like, oh shit.
Yeah.
In my head, I've been like, fuck.
Yeah, they think I tried too hard for this.
Yeah.
But I honestly think it makes a difference. I think those tiny little styling tricks make it clear that, I didn't just put my clothes on.
Yeah. Also, you got layers, flaunt them.
Yeah. Show off that extra, like even that kiss of a pink. I'm like, show that off.
You're out of your mind if you don't think when I put on a sweater, I hold the back of my shirt first to make sure it's there, put it on, and then you adjust. Now, sometimes there's a little crinkle, whatever, but that's a bit, and I don't know how it looks now. I haven't been looking in a mirror since I started, but yeah.
It looks effortless.
Show it off.
Yeah, show it off.
I want to learn more, and I know that's not all you are.
I'll happily talk as much as you want about clothes.
Well, just I'm just now like telling you about an excitement of something in my life that started when I started getting styled for stuff. For press or whatever.
Do you still have a stylist?
Shout out to Luca. I guess if I were to be styled, I would talk with Luca again.
Yeah.
But I'm open to talking to others. I talk to stylists sometimes. Like it doesn't feel like an exclusive.
Yeah.
But like if I'm working with something, I get a budget, I want to continue giving Luca the work. But like that opened it up because I hate trying on clothes.
Yeah.
Because I hate putting on contacts over and over again.
Yeah, I get it.
But would bring the clothes here and I would no, yes, and got good at like, when I first started, I said my reference points are Russell Westbrook and Woody Harrelson in the 90s.
Love Russell Westbrook. But who else in the 90s?
Woody Harrelson.
Oh my God.
Do you know his? Look him up.
Oh my God. No, I know. Him and, weirdly enough, Robin Williams. Those two.
I can't picture Robin Williams stuff.
In the 90s, fucking stellar.
Okay.
I've referenced
we'll throw
his
some
looks
pictures.
He was so stylish.
Do you have certain pictures in an album that you've referenced that I could put up here? If I text you, will you send me some? I'll remind you.
I will happily send you some.
Baggy, cool, comfortable, colorful.
Also, don't sleep on Denzel Washington style in the 90s also. Killer.
Denzel Washington style was incredible. That's not something that I feel like I could.
God, it was so simple. Beautifully done, but so simple. A nice pair, a nice shirt, nice pair of jeans. You can even do,
and like loafers.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like I'm lying when I wear a loafer.
Huh.
I feel like I'm lying because I'm only doing this because
it's on trend.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only doing this because I'm going to this thing.
What's the problem with that though?
I wouldn't wear it if I wasn't going to the thing, and I feel like I'm lying.
Emma Stone wouldn't wear a ball gown unless she was going to the Oscars.
There's a ball gown is meant for a ball. For example, I wouldn't wear a suit if I was going to the gym.
But a loafer is just a shoe.
Yeah, but you don't need to wear a loafer.
I think our ideas on this are so different.
I know they are, and I want to adopt more ones. But until I don't feel like a liar.
Yeah.
This happened with my stand-up.
But who's going to accuse you of being a liar?
I'm not worried about, it's not about you.
It's
I don't even
you.
see your face when I walk into a room, as you would say. Just see your hair.
You got a head.
Oh, no, you got a head. It's just floating fucking hair. Give me that hat. So when I'm wearing sometimes you wear a suit. So I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah.
There's never, to me, a time that you wear loafers, unless you're a guy that likes loafers. I want to be a guy that likes loafers.
Yeah.
But I'm not yet. I don't have the outfits for it. I don't wear short shorts because I don't love my legs. I think short shorts are cool.
Shorts, yeah.
I don't have the legs for it. And I'm pale and hairy. I don't have the legs for it. If I had short shorts, loafers would probably be easy.
Yeah. And no one else is thinking it, but you can't control how you feel about it. I get it. I will say though, that every time there's a new trend, let's say for example, we all moved away from, maybe we weren't embracing this, but the skinny pant or jean trend going over to wide leg. There's always a weird transition period where you're like, I don't know if my body responds well to this. But after wearing it a couple of times, you're like, actually, no, maybe this is my new vibe. And so I think, can I move or am I going to wake him up?
I'm going to do it.
No, I don't need to move him. Can I move? I just want to, I feel bad about waking him, but I just need to.
You could say, watch this. Hey, Alvin, excuse me.
Oh, my sweetheart, I'm sorry. I just needed to move my leg. I was in one position for
Alvin,
a while.
may I have you? Bubba, come here.
Alvin, you didn't need to move. I just needed to move my leg.
I believe you. I'm taking advantage of a situation here.
Can I put my
Yes.
water here so it's more accessible? Do you want a coaster?
No, not on that. Thank you for asking, but that doesn't get rings.
Okay, great. So yeah,
much like
so I think
LeBron
that it's
these
just,
days.
I think that it's just, it just takes some getting used to every time you introduce something new to your closet.
That's
And I'm
my
sure-
journey.
And I'm sure that's how you felt when you first put on these new pants. Like, I'm sure, unless maybe these are the magical pants that you didn't need.
Not with these, it opened the door to, oh, there are pants out there. It's almost like I was married to shorts, and not that we're divorced, but in this analogy,
Yes.
it's an open relationship at least.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and like I don't know, I don't even if there is something great out there, I'm already set in my ways.
Yeah.
And this was like, whoa, maybe I don't need to marry a Jewish girl. I would like to. It's just not a requirement.
Gosh, you're so young to be set in your ways. Again, when you hit your mid-30s, I think you'll be a little more free.
Well, that's why I'm trying to teach. Maybe you could teach an old dog new tricks if you continually teach them tricks as they get older.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like those pants, for example, those aren't elastic. But great. I don't need elastic.
It's because they're drawstrings so you can control the waist.
Yes.
Great.
And there are some pants that are
Right.
buttons that I wear, and once they're on, it's easier. But I'd be hyperbolic if I said I have panic attacks before putting them on. But there are some times where I need to get in bed and like, okay,
Yeah.
and then tell myself, and then I put them on because it's good for me.
Yeah.
It's always exposure type of thing. That's how I feel with shorts. There are clothes I would wear if my body and I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
I feel the same way as you. I feel exactly the same way. I see Anthony in things. I'm like, that's amazing for you. I don't feel wildly
Right.
insecure, but I can't wear that
Yeah.
thing because I don't feel confident enough to wear that.
That kind of stuff is what I would like. The way you dress.
Yeah.
And sometimes you make really strong choices that I love. Sometimes you make strong choices that I love for you. They're not for me. More often than not, your default, which I call what you're wearing now, and then your strong choices. I'm like, I can't. I don't have the body for it, and I would love to. You have a style that I would adopt.
Thank you. I will say my style has changed so much the last couple of years. So I turned 42 years ago. And I don't, this is not me encouraging people to do this, but I really, I also became a parent when I was 38. And I just thought, as much as I've enjoyed playing with style, actually, there's so much I want to say in this place. Wow, apparently I do like talking about clothes.
I want to hear it.
So when I first started in entertainment, because of the job that I did, if it wasn't because of my category on the show.
Do me a favor, because I'm not checking in. Bring it down.
Better? Okay.
Bring it down a little more so we're not covering the goods.
Thank you. Okay, so when I first started in entertainment, there was I felt, not that I was feeling it from anybody else, but I felt so much pressure to not dress my regular way, which I know sounds so counterintuitive. But because I was meant to be the style guy, I thought I've got to be somewhat on trend and
Got to wear loafers as a metaphor.
wear a loafer, take bigger swings than I would in my regular life. My regular life, I was an all black guy. Like I'd wear a pair of black pants, a black tee, a black sweater, and that's it. That was my uniform. And then I got the show, and if I turned up on a red carpet in just a black suit or a tuxedo, people would have been like, that guy? And I saw
Would they be that way?
I saw a lot of comments.
Got it.
Thankfully, I don't really use social media anymore. Sorry if you ever think that I'm messaging you. I'm not. That's my team. I consumed too much of people's opinions of me that first year, and it really fucked with me. Really fucked with my head. Because up until that point, I was a perfectly secure person, not confident. Well, actually confident enough, but not like, look at me. But I wasn't wildly insecure, and I wasn't riddled with insecurity. And then I started the show, and when you're on a show, it's kind of like being in a boy band or a girl band where they pit you against each other. That's just the nature of our industry. And so
Do you against each other? You mean you against other shows?
no, against each other, like the cast members, like this one's the hot one, this one's this one, this one's this one, and this one's the one no one wants to fuck. And so, and that always felt great. And so I was like, oh shit. And they've all got opinions on what I'm wearing. And I'm like, okay, wonderful. You hate what I'm wearing here. You hate what I'm wearing there. Wonderful. And so and there were a lot of people that worked in the fashion industry who would be like, how's this a style guy? He's in something plain. And he turned up to a red carpet in a tuxedo. I'm like, yeah, I like a tuxedo. And I just want to feel classic and comfortable, but I can't. And so I started playing a lot more. And then as I got older, I just thought, I want to just fuck what everyone thinks. And I'd been in the industry at that point for 6 years. And finally, I just thought, I'm a mom. I'm exhausted. And I want to feel like I know myself when I see a picture of myself. And so I just started wearing suiting all the time, and it makes me feel like myself. And so when I hit my 40s, I think my style has changed a lot. And so if you like what I wear now, I appreciate that so much more than what you would have liked 3 years ago, because that was a version of me that was fine, but it wasn't the honest version of me.
Is your partner a dad and you're a mom? Or
No,
is that a playful term?
We're both moms. And by that, I mean, this is not necessarily a dig on straight men, dads. Whenever I say I'm a mom, it's because I feel like a mom. When I'm home, I work. I try and work no more than 3 to 4 days outside of the city. I work every day. I own a production company, so I'm on Zooms every day. But I will work from home. Ever since I had my second child, I said to everybody involved, I don't want to be away from home for longer than 3 days a week. And even that, let's try our best to do 1 day a week. And so when I'm at home, I'm there at night. If they wake up, I do the bottle. I change every diaper. I make their lunch.
And that to you feels, that to you, because when I think of the difference between mom and dad, I think of like maternal vibes versus paternal vibes, not as much as like deliverables. Because I think
deliverables also.
Yeah, so maybe that's your idea, and maybe a lot of people's idea of what a dad is then.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not saying that that's every dad. There are some amazing dads out there who will share the burden. Workload, it's hard. Share that workload.
So this is a classical moms at home, dads at work type of thing.
Yeah.
I understand.
Even if both of you are off, the assumption is the mom's going to be the primary caregiver. If dinner needs to be made for those kids, or the kids need consoling, mom's going to take care of that kid. And the kid knows no matter what's going on, mom's got my back. And that is how I want my kids to feel with me and my husband. Yeah. That because we don't, obviously we're a gay couple, we don't have the gender role. I know, isn't that crazy? Because we don't have the gender roles of a man and a woman. I think we both then get to decide, how do we want to be the parent? And both of us want to be the accessible parent that our children, both of them know we are both their full-time parent. It's not just he's getting me the gifts, he's playing football outside with me, and if I need an outing, he's there. No, I want them to know when I'm awake at night with a nightmare, my dads are there.
Their moms are there.
Moms are there.
That's interesting. You identify as a man, right?
100%.
Yeah, it's interesting because also I want to acknowledge for me, not necessarily for you, because people who are maybe, doesn't matter. For me is I am not necessarily like, people only talk to you about clothes or something. Yeah. There are people I know, when somebody has somebody on who is big in Black culture or big in gay culture, whatever it is, they talk about that. That's fine. That's not all it is. That's fine. But I'm not wanting to zoom in too much on something that I was ever curious about with you, but now I am. And the idea of being a mom, but that's not a female, is interesting because that is based on not definition of femininity, but definition on motherhood. And that's got to be so subjective to what your experiences were with a mother and a father. Yeah. And when your kids are how old are your kids?
2 and 4.
Your 4-year-old, does he call he?
Yeah.
Does he call you mom or dad?
So when I say mom, I only say as this in a silly way. No, they don't. He doesn't call me mum or dad. He calls me an Urdu word, which is a language, which is my first language, which is the Pakistani language, and we call our dads Abu. So my boys call me Abu.
Abu?
Abu, yeah.
Spell it?
Abbu.
Abu. And what was the first word you said? Was that a language?
Urdu is a language.
Urdu?
Urdu is the Pakistani language. It's the national language.
Urdu is Pakistani.
Yeah.
So when someone says, do you speak Pakistani? They're not saying the proper is, do you speak Urdu?
Yeah, because Pakistan has a few languages. Just like with India, people assume, they're speaking Indian. Actually, there's no such language. I'm sure you know there's no such language.
Like speaking Mandarin.
Yeah.
Do you think Urdu is the closest language that inspired the Avatar dialect? Because when you said that, it sounded like...
Did it?
I don't know if that's racist, but I feel like Pakistanis are kind of like the Avatars as far as their language is what I'm accidentally saying. Urdu.
I don't know. I've never seen Avatar.
Is your partner...
He's a white man. He's from Wyoming. He's a former Mormon. But he was born in Utah, but then his family moved to Wyoming, and so they're ranchers.
What's the close situation with him?
Oh, he's got wicked style. His style's wicked. When I first met him, he had wicked style, but he had a very quirky style. Everything he owned was vintage, which I loved. And then when him and I started dating, his style changed a little bit. It became more European. And now I think his style's exceptional.
I have, as for someone who is only relatively new to clothing, still I have very strong opinions and points of view on clothes. Not that I'm right, you're wrong. Just I don't like.
Yeah.
Very much so. And women clothing, I could be so like when you get to know somebody, they become more or less attractive. That's personality.
I agree.
But then it's also seeing their talents, seeing how they handle high pressure situations, how they dress.
Yeah.
Dress is a big one. And I used to not, this isn't me saying it's wrong. This is just my take. I used to really be unattracted to women in dresses. Usually, most dresses, not dresses in general. It's not that I don't like dresses. Frill and that stuff.
Yeah.
No. And years ago,
is it hyper femininity you weren't keen on?
Ask me that after I tell you this, because I don't think that's the case, but maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
There's definitely some judgments, and I don't know if it's femininity. I don't know if it's about me, what I'm attracted to in a woman. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you okay on time? Because I could actually talk. Are you?
Wow, that's not right.
No, it's 1:13.
I need to leave at 2.
Okay, great. Set timer for 40 minutes.
Perfect.
I'm going to talk a lot.
That's okay.
Okay.
I talk a lot.
So I grew up where the posters on my wall at first were almost exclusively Arnold Schwarzenegger with a little Van Damme and a little Stallone.
Okay. They were mine. Mentally, we weren't allowed posters, but they were also mine. Very different reasons, I imagine.
Sexually, maybe, but attraction, no.
Okay.
I was so attracted to those muscles. I wasn't turned on by them, and I know this.
Yeah.
I wanted to look at them.
Yeah.
I rewind Anthony. And I'm sure that, it's fluid. And I'm sure there's something going on where maybe I'm a little...
but it's also fascinating.
It was so cool. I'm attracted to it the same way like you're attracted to athletes dunking.
Can I give you a comparison also? I'm not attracted to women's boobs in the slightest, but I'm fascinated by them. I think they're absolutely beautiful to look at, but I'm not at all turned on.
So there's a definition issue though. When I say attracted to, I'm also thinking like the way a magnet's attracted to another magnet. Like I'm drawn to it.
Yeah.
I'm not sexually stimulated by it, at least not consciously. But like I am like, when I see muscles, when I see guys running down the street with their shirts off, which happen more than girls with their shirts off.
Yeah, I know.
I'll sometimes be like, dude, you look fucking awesome. Like your body is crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
So I say this, as a kid, I've always been attracted to muscles.
Yeah.
I wanted them. I would go for them. I had them kind of for a little bit.
Yeah.
So not that I'm very attracted to feminine, soft features on a woman. And when I see strong girls.
Do you mean muscular girls or just strong?
Wow. Both.
Wow.
It could be athletic, just in shape. It's still, this is a very broad term, but there's women who are in shape that are still very feminine, like, a runner's body, for example.
Girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, TYSO fans. I have a new special. Oh, this is Nikki Glazer, by the way. Rick Glassman is the coolest guy ever. This is how cool he is. Like, usually people like me have to ask him, like, could you make a video for me? Or could you post this video on your thing? And he actually asked me, he was like, do you want to promote your special on my podcast and make a video? And that is just how sweet he is. Don't we all love him so much? I'm a fan of the show. So I feel like if you like Rick and the kind of conversations he has and the way he can both be funny and also talk about like serious issues going on in his life and get into his psyche, I think you're really going to enjoy my special. It's called Good Girl. It's on Hulu. I honestly don't want you to watch it because I reveal so much that I like am kind of regretting putting a lot of that out there. So go read my diary, which is in the form of a really well-produced stand-up special called Good Girl, streaming on Hulu now.
And then there's bodybuilders. No shade to anything anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily very attracted to like where like they look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But I'm still like that. I want to look at it. I think it's so cool. They're superheroes.
Wow.
But because of how much I like muscles, my delta is leaning heavier on the.
Yeah.
If you're jacked, I'm into it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
So I dated somebody a while ago that was in just really great shape, and I saw her in a dress, and her legs looked strong. And I'm just being honest. I don't know if there's ways of softening up what I'm saying and my whatever, but her legs looked strong. Her arms. It wasn't that she was jacked, but like there was some tone in it, and I was like, "You look fucking great in that dress." I feel this way when I see, Harry Styles, when sometimes he's in better shape than others, we all are. But sometimes I'm like, you look fucking awesome in that, because it's revealing parts of your body that look awesome in it.
Yeah.
It opened the door to then seeing women in dresses, even if they weren't that type of body type.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I get it now. I get what a dress is.
Yeah.
I mean that literally, but also as a metaphor, like it unlocked.
Got it.
I now think a dress is pretty.
Okay.
But
if you were to get married, would it be odd or not your preference for your bride to wear a wedding dress?
No, I'm being sincere when I say this. My preference is I think that you should be wearing whatever you feel good in and want to wear. And that's where I connect with you, making people feel good and stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have so much my own things. I want you to accept me, and I appreciate yours. I had an ex where I talked about where for our wedding, I would want her to wear whatever she wants.
Yeah.
I would want to wear perhaps a tux or whatever it is, but I want shorts. And I want all the groomsmen to be wearing shorts too. It fits
like
this.
a Tom Brown moment.
Who's that?
Oh,
Tom Brown?
Tom Brown is a designer that a lot of his suits are short suits.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, I'm talking about the shorts I was wearing when you walked in.
Oh,
basketball shorts, sweat shorts.
Wow. Okay.
Because just I don't know, I wouldn't need to do that, but I like there's just the idea of like this marriage is us showing up as we are, feeling safe while respecting the other person.
Not pretending to be somebody we're not.
But it's not necessary.
Yeah.
But the reason I brought this up originally was when I see women wearing things that are athletic, a backwards cap with a ponytail, sunglasses, sweats, baggy sweats.
Yeah.
Even if they're not the most athletic, I'm very much attracted to lots of different body types.
Yeah.
I really am.
Me too.
Athleticism is just attractive to me. I think it symbolizes health.
Yeah.
So when they dress, so when women dress in suit, when women wear makeup, it's great. Do whatever you want. But when a woman is not wearing makeup and she's wearing sweats, and a lot of times like, really, you think I look good in this? Like, of course you look good in that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm attracted to that, I think, more than anything else.
Funnily enough, when my husband is the first thing I do when we get out of bed and we are getting ready in the bathroom, I will look at him, and it's the time in the day I find him his most attractive, and he's in sweats, like running around the house clothes, and his hair's
What
not
is it
done,
about that?
And he's not done himself up, but I think he's his most handsome and the most beautiful to me when he's not zhuzhed up. I think he looks very handsome when he's all done up, but I'm like, that's not the version I need.
Right.
I never need that version. It's nice that you do that, but I find you the most beautiful person in the morning.
Do you think it's derogatory for me to say that when I see guys or girls, but like when they're dressed up certain ways, when you're wearing makeup, which there's a place for, and it's great, it's still a costume.
Yeah.
You see it as a costume,
Yeah,
right?
I do.
I think a suit is a costume.
Yeah, it is.
And that's not a bad thing.
No, it's a costume. Yeah.
But sometimes I do like loafers.
Yeah.
And that's just a perspective of loafers. It's like you're wearing a costume.
Yeah.
And
I see that.
I'm attracted to when I see somebody and whatever they're wearing, I believe that even if it's a costume, that's their character's costume.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I don't know how to
fair.
explain it other than I believe
fair.
you.
That's fair. Just out of interest, when you're on camera, or on stage, do you wear makeup?
Never.
Or you don't? You never wear makeup? Okay.
No, I've worn makeup on TV. I ask for it not to, but I know they have a job and it's represented. And if they want a little bit, and it's no judgment for makeup as much as it is, it's contacts.
I hate makeup.
Yeah, I know
wear
it's on me.
Yeah.
Sunblock, I wear it because you're supposed to. I hate
I
hate
it.
it.
I hate the
you
feeling.
don't need to as much as I do.
I mean, I meant to, but I don't. I've never known a Pakistani to get skin cancer ever, and I can be out for hours and not burn. So I just think, well, why bother?
Yeah, your skin's nuts, dude.
Thanks so much.
I'm conscious of mine, and I have my routine.
Wow.
And I put on sunblock, but same with makeup. For the whole day, I feel it.
I feel, you know how you were saying about certain clothes that make you feel claustrophobic? That's exactly how I feel about anything on my face. I've got a really particular skincare regimen. I stick with that. I don't want to wear makeup. I fill in my brow. And then,
is it filled in now?
Yeah, it's filled in right now because I've got one wonky brow. So I fill in my brow. But other than that, I don't want a concealer. I don't want nothing on my face.
Do you think you feel different if you didn't have the skin you have?
Maybe. This is going to sound like such fucking bullshit because probably, who knows how my skin would be if I weren't so particular about my skin. But because of how I eat, how I drink, the care I take of it, I'm like, no,
I believe that.
I've done so much so that I don't have to wear makeup.
I am about to, this episode will probably be out by then, but I am about to do you know Morpheus 8 laser? Face laser?
No.
It's a face laser where it's like combination microneedling and something else.
Oh my God, I heard you this is going to make me sound like a crazy stalker. I heard you talking about something similar with Samara something. The beautiful actress.
Yes, Samara Weaving.
Yes, Samara Weaving. Thank you. No disrespect by not knowing your name.
She's unbelievable.
She's about to, she's incredible. That Radio Not movie was fantastic.
Did you see the second one?
I haven't seen it yet. Is it
So
out
good.
already?
I think it just came out or it's about to come out if it isn't yet. Yeah,
she's
it's
a
out.
fantastic actress.
She's
Love
incredible.
her work.
And she's so funny.
She's so
when you
funny.
see people that are that pretty and funny,
She's gorgeous.
you have to assume they were ugly as a kid, but I don't believe she was.
No, I can't imagine she was ever ugly. She's
wild,
gorgeous.
right?
Yeah. And her personality on your podcast, I'd never heard her speak outside of a movie or whatever. So wildly entertaining.
Well, she had, we talked about that. That's when I booked it soon thereafter. I was already thinking about it. I'm doing it in a couple days. Or not, I'm doing it next week.
Is it one that requires downtime afterwards?
3, 2, 1, roll pitch.
Was that it on this? Oh, wait. I thought you just did it. What did you just do?
I did not do it. I made the hole.
What the fuck? You made a hole? What is this, like putting in a picture?
3, 2, 1. Okay, a little bit of pressure. You're doing so good.
I hate it.
You're gonna do what you do. How you doing?
I'll tell you in a sec.
Now your eye's gonna feel a little bit twitchy and numb.
Will you take it out of my face now?
Just about 1 second. Let me just finish up what I need to do. All done. All done.
Jesus, being a woman and she'll. Okay, can I take a second to do
Do you need some juice?
Why are you giving me apple juice? Because I look like I'm a teenager again?
Yeah.
Dole. Go to dole.com/TYSO for 20% off with no sugar added.
There's no result, but as long as there's liquid there.
Wait, I look this good now? Is it the Novocaine? Because I can't even feel a armrest here now. It's weird.
You zoom in so you can see that the armrest is here.
Oh, another fan. Thank you. I'll take pictures after. We have to do that again to my other eye? Or should we just do one so we could do a side by side? You know what? I don't know if it's the stem cells, but I can finally see clearly. I don't think I need glasses anymore.
You're welcome.
Who said that? Is it cum or is it actual?
Do people
Is it
know
embryos
that-
or is it eggs?
It's embryos.
So it's cum and eggs. You're putting cum and eggs. So right now I'm getting cum and eggs put into my face, which it won't be the first time I've ever had eggs on my face. Now, there's something called salmon DNA that people do. Isn't that salmon cum? What I'm getting at is if you want to get cum all over your face, good skin. Trust me, it'll make you look good. Isn't that your motto? Look at this girl looks like she's putting cum on her face. Look at that. Look at all that cum.
That's why it's good for your life.
Shall we?
We weren't sure if you'd be able to handle this.
You know what? You keep up this attitude, I might have to give you some of this. I'm on Valium, you can't get mad at me. I don't like this part.
Wait till we finish.
Why did that one hurt so much more?
You're also not as relaxed since you've actually been working now. So
Oh yeah, the Valium is off.
Yeah, you're not letting your volume be as.
Okay.
Okay, you got this. Okay? You totally got this. Wait till we finish.
Are we doing another injection or are we done?
No, I finished you.
Okay. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of That Hurt. My name's Rick Glassman.
He wasn't paid to do this.
I was not paid to do this, no. Good skin. All right, we can cut it.
Okay.
It requires you to be out of the sun, I think, for a couple of days.
that's okay.
And I think your face is like, doesn't look good.
Oh.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm talking about it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's going to do, but
Okay.
I'm like, this idea of makeup, and it's not coming from not caring or
Yeah.
not being conscious of. It's just
Yeah.
what's comfortable and what looks. But
Yeah.
I'm almost 30. I'm considering
Yeah.
trying stuff.
Yeah. Here's my rebuttal on the however it feels, however it looks. Mine isn't that I don't like the way makeup looks. Every now and then when I'll do a scripted project, they'll put makeup on me. I hate it. And they'll ask beforehand, do you mind if we put makeup on? And I don't want to be a complete dick and say, you've been hired for the whole day to sort out my face. Don't touch it.
Well, they're not hired specifically for you, are they?
No, but I'm like, it's your job. I
Yeah.
don't want to take your job away. Like, yeah, for sure. Put whatever shit you need to put on my face. Fine. However, the reason why I always, I made it really clear when I first started in entertainment and they wanted to do this and they wanted to do that. I'm like, I don't want that. If this is an unscripted show, I want people to see me in real life and think, oh, he looks exactly as I've known him to look. He doesn't look any different. I don't want them to see me on camera and think, God, his skin looks amazing. They see me in real life thinking, what the fuck happened to that dude?
I'm distracted when I see scenes, and it's more with women than men, where after a lot of action just happened, their hair looks like that.
I know.
It's distracting.
I know. Or they've been through, I don't know, a bomb scene and then and there's debris everywhere. And then a few seconds later, it's all gone. I'm like, why does she look perfect? Or he? Like, I find it really takes me out of it. And so I made a decision when I first took the job. If they're going to see me, let them see me.
Yeah.
If I don't look perfect, it's fine. I never pretended I was perfect.
Your skill set of convincing people that they look good in something, not because they're wrong for what they see, but because there's more to that. But it opens the door the way that I now appreciate a dress because something happened years ago and now I see things differently. We're showcasing your positive traits well, and we're not hiding, but we're mitigating your, you do that well.
Thanks.
What's the eye for that? Like, tell me something. Give me information because I want that for me.
It's not, I don't think it's necessarily the eye. It's just the acceptance that I think unless you are the likes of a muscle gay or somebody who has our idea of what the perfect body is, the perfect influencer body that we see all over Instagram. Most people don't look like that. And so I think most people
Jessica Biel, and I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, by the way.
What did you just say?
That was for years, whenever anyone said, you have a celebrity crush? And every now and then you get somebody, Kate Beckinsale during the Underworld days. I was real young. But Jessica Biel, and I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Oh.
I remember I was like,
she was
that's
perfect.
possible?
Wow. She is a knockout.
Of course.
Still knockout. But unless you are that person, which is so rare, there are so few of those people. Every one of us has that part of our body that we're just not very comfortable with. And so I just think, why pretend?
And how do you know when to hide it and how to hide it versus it's fine, that's who you are?
This might be absolutely the wrong take, and I'm so sorry if this offends anyone. I'm never thinking hide it. I'm thinking, let's make the clothes a star, not your body.
Yeah, but stripes a certain way some people don't do. And, there are outfits that I want to tuck in that based on where I am that day, it's fine if I do. But this isn't a tuck in body. You might say, tuck it in.
Tuck it in.
But if I don't tuck it in, I feel I look better. But if I tuck it in, I feel the outfit looks better. And it's knowing the difference.
It's knowing the difference. But also, I will almost always say, unless most of the time we shoot the show in the summer where this isn't possible, but I say, throw in a layer. You won't notice the thing that you're so concerned about. Most
But when you
people,
tuck it in, it doesn't matter.
when you tuck it in, but then you throw on a layer, it helps massively.
Gotcha.
So I will usually say, as long as you're not in Louisiana in the summer, if you are self-conscious about your belly, which is the main area that most people seem to be concerned about, almost everyone I've ever worked with on Queer Eye, it's the belly. It's always the belly. Like, okay, we'll tuck in the thing or we'll throw on a layer or both. I don't even need to ask you, even if you are in perfect shape, let's throw on a layer, let's tuck it in. Again, I'm not really focused that much on the body. I'm focused on the outfit.
That's the difference. That's a big one. That's like I was saying, don't be focused on how you look in the picture. Be focused of the memory of the picture or like like what you're doing, what you're capturing.
Because even if, whether you're a size 20 or you're a size 4, I still want you to wear the outfit that is the best outfit that I think is cool, interesting, look chic, sophisticated, whatever you want to feel. And then we'll make that outfit work for your body.
My takeaway from that is focus on the outfit, because that's what you do.
Yeah, and
not the body.
This is going to sound like absolute bullshit, but I swear this is true. Most people aren't looking at the thing that you're looking at. I swear to God, the funny thing is I've heard you this last hour and a half. I don't know why I keep looking at that clock. The last hour and a half, hear you talk about your body thinking, I would never know what's going on under those clothes.
I'm feeling a little defensive, but I want to say I truly am accepting of what this is. And I've gotten that way less with vanity and more so with injury. Yeah. And like, this is what it is. And I'm trying. And I'm so grateful for my body and for the things I'm able to do. And we're so lucky. But I'd be lying if I didn't say, but you know, when you're looking at that now with all of that aside, and you can look at how do I look? And it's like, I still want to feel and look a certain way. But this fits me well because it's not hugging me. Yeah. I love a hug look. I love that shirt. I love how it's buttoned.
It's not a hug look. It's a very boxy shirt.
It would be for me.
But if it was in your size, we'd get you a boxy. This is a boxy fit. Like the sleeves fitted, but the body, I'm self-conscious of my belly also. Always have been, always will be.
To get that shirt to fit me lengthwise, my arms are very long.
Yeah.
I would need to go so big for that.
Yeah, no,
and then I'd have to get it tailored, and it would have to be tailored perfectly. Yeah. And sometimes things are tailored well. Usually they're tailored just fine. So I don't buy stuff because there's so many things.
Yeah, but but my point is, I'm not going for a fitted look. I'm seldom going for a fitted look.
Then we have a different definition. That's fitted to me.
I mean, it's not oversized, but it's not a figure hugging look. I just need to stand for a second. I'm so sorry.
Alvin.
Like that is baggy. I've got so much room. So much room.
Yeah, it's great. It's you have it shorter because are your legs longer than your torso? To scale, do you know?
They're in proportion.
Yeah, because like that shirt, the way it looks, did that come that size?
No, this is custom.
Yeah. Because the way it fits your arms, I would think if you bought that off the rack, that shirt is longer.
Would be so much longer.
That's another thing that I forget sometimes. There's so much about the length. Like if that were longer, it wouldn't look good.
I do think
it would look as good, at least.
I do think that my main skill is that I understand proportion better than most.
I'm realizing as talking to you that I don't. That's not intuitive for me, and I got to learn that.
Proportion is so important to me.
Teach me something. How do I learn it? Or teach me how to learn it, or give me some tricks.
Here's my trick. Not necessarily a trick. I always make sure that my sleeves are at the right point. They never, ever hit my hand. Ever.
I always do this even if it fits because I have so many things that don't fit. I always roll up. Is this right?
That's right. Perfectly right.
And if you go like this, it's supposed to go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I never have anything that hits past my hand because it always looks like you're wearing your dad's clothes when you're a kid and you play dress up. You probably didn't do that. But if you ever did put your dad's stuff on it, just when it hits your hand, it just looks like
you put on your dad's stuff as dress up? Was it to feel like an adult?
To feel like an adult, yeah.
Cute.
And then for me, I always want to make sure that it doesn't pass my hand when I'm going to stand again.
Yep.
If it passes this point
being where your sleeve is or your wrist?
The length of my shirt, even my suits, my blazers, they always come to maximum my hand.
Got it. Which is slightly above your wrist for audio people.
Which is then going to give me the illusion of a taller person. I'm very insecure about my height. And so if I balance my proportions right, the length of my jacket's right.
So your legs look longer if the short is.
Yeah. And that is the case with everyone across the board.
Even tall people.
Even tall people. If your proportions are right on your top, your shirt, your jacket, whatever, it will then make everything else look balanced and well proportioned. Now you can go for an oversized look, but that is a conscious styling choice. You're choosing to look out of whack proportion wise. But if I want to look classic and feel sophisticated and refined, I will always go for a perfectly proportioned look.
So I have I love jumpers and
Love a jumper.
And sometimes I'll tuck in the undershirt because I want the jumper to end here. I don't want it longer.
Yeah.
And sometimes like this,
Yeah.
I like having it feels athletic to me. I like having the undershirt showing a little bit.
Me too.
Is there when I say rule or trick, I understand it's not 100% of the time, but when to do that and when not to, or why, like an intention versus just
Honestly, for me, there's no hard and fast rule. It's whatever makes you feel good. But if you are going to a more formal event or an evening event, I would say try not to have that show. Or don't have it too long. Have a shorter sweater where it doesn't feel like you're wearing a nightdress. Because sometimes when people want to show that little bit of something, they're sacrificing their proportion to show that little bit of something.
And by proportion, you're saying making their legs look not as long.
They look tiny and dinky.
Is there something about a shorter shirt makes your legs look longer?
Yeah.
But does a longer short shirt make your torso look longer?
Okay, here's my opinion on this that I know so many will disagree with. Come for me in the comments all you want. I don't look at comments. I don't think there's such a thing as a long torso.
I'm 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
I dated a girl who was 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
Our hips matched up at the same place. She has long legs. I have a long torso.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's such a thing as a long torso.
I don't think that.
Or you're saying that's not something that's worth highlighting.
I don't see it. I don't think it matters. I think as long as you understand how to dress your proportions, it does not matter if you believe you've got a long torso.
So you're saying legs are what you need to focus on.
For me, it's always, why wouldn't you want long legs?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think about it that way.
That's not a question for you to answer.
I think when people have a big torso, a long torso, it's like they have if they're strong, their back has more space to go into like a triangle, wider shoulders.
I've heard people, women in particular, tell me about their long torsos for about 20 years.
I think I notice when a woman has a long torso and I'm attracted to it.
Wow. Is that not just a taller person?
Not necessarily. Like like I said, I could be the same height as somebody, and their waist is higher than mine, or lower than mine, and it's not better or worse. I mean, it's just our bodies are our bodies.
I just don't. I truly do not see it. Have you seen on Insta or wherever else the fucking color theory shit that people do?
The what theory?
The color theory.
Yes.
Like they'll put
I don't get it either.
I look at it and I'm like, no.
But you do agree that some colors look better on people. Because absolutely, I don't look great in blue or green, and I've tried many times. I like the way I look in yellows and oranges and sometimes, and I don't know when, but sometimes pinks.
You say I have to agree that some colors look better on people. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't agree. I think that there's probably wonderful versions of blue that would look gorgeous on you, but you just don't like that color.
You know how I noticed this was when there are certain times I like a picture of me or I like something, and then I wasn't conscious of it, and then I noticed, I look in all of these pictures. A lot of these pictures, I'm in orange.
But isn't it just because you gravitate towards orange?
No, I used to not. I have a sweatshirt that I just think is so fun, and it's like, it's oversized. It's this orange sweatshirt. It's like, I like it. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I thought I looked awesome in this picture.
Yeah.
And then there was something else that was orange.
Yeah.
And I have this Alaska shirt and I've been wearing it for years. I got it in 2016.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago, I saw a picture in it. I'm like, not that I thought I looked great as much as like, that shirt looks good on me.
Yeah.
Just an Alaska red t-shirt. Red.
I'm sorry, this is the time I'm going to have to disagree. I think it's because you like that color.
Okay. I used to have a lot of blue stuff and I like blue stuff and I'll still wear blue stuff. I don't think I look bad in blue stuff. I don't think I pop in blue stuff.
Because you also said green. green for me is such a neutral. How could anyone not look nice in a green? If you've got the right shade, it worked.
Okay.
And so whenever somebody's like, I can't do this raw, I think there's just certain things I don't see. I don't think my brain can process
I think it's
a
that.
long torso. I don't think my brain can process you looking better in one color as opposed to another color. I'm like, no, if you like that color, you like that color.
Color doesn't supersede fit and it doesn't supersede vibes.
Fair.
All else equal, it's relevant. And you don't see it, and that's fine.
I mentally cannot see it. I don't know if it's a disability, but I don't see it.
I mean, not the worst. You're not even colorblind, but just of people's whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't think I see it. I mean, I look at you and I think, I bet red looks great on you, but I'm sure you hate wearing red.
No, I'm saying red. I used to not like wearing red because I didn't like the color.
Yeah.
This Alaska shirt is now opening the door. I'm like, maybe I would start looking good in red.
Yeah.
And I think red, orange, and pink, they're in a similar hue.
Yeah.
On the Roy G. Biv
Fair.
scale, kind of.
Fair. I mean, they do say that, by they, I mean my own people, say that we look our
What's
best.
my own people?
South Asian people. And that's why we, in red. And that's why brides wear red, because it's the most beautiful color on our skin. And that is the only time I'm like, yeah, I do see that.
What about blonde women with red lipstick?
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Now, brunettes could wear red lipstick.
Yeah.
But red lipstick on a blonde, it does something different.
Pops. Yeah.
Red lipstick on a very fair skin tone it's different. This stuff, it's different. Now that's not to say that they look brunettes or tan people look bad in red lipstick. Pun not intended. But like, that's just the idea of like where maybe we could connect.
Yeah.
It is a thing. And I don't know if it's truly skin tone or just skin tone or if it's aesthetic of facial features or I don't know what it is.
Huh.
But there's stuff that I like and I want and I try on. And I wasn't always conscious of this. So it's not like, oh, I know I don't look good in green.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, green just doesn't for some reason.
Wow. At some point in the future, I'm sure we will come to a point where I'm going to put you in something and it will be green and you will appreciate it.
Tan, based on your schedule, anytime you want to do something. Also, I love making content now. I love putting this stuff out there. So if you wanted to do a fun thing where I would produce this and film it, great. Or if you're just, hey, I'm in town, I'm at the store. If you want to come meet me there, I want to take you up on this.
So I had a series called Dressing Funny.
Where was this?
Ago. This was, it was.
Do you want me to move him?
No.
Okay.
It was Netflix's first digital series that they did. It was, I think, 8 years ago, maybe 7.
So it was during Queer Eye.
Yeah, at the very start of Queer Eye. And they asked if I would host their first digital series. I was like, yeah, absolutely. It was because I had done a thing with Pete Davidson on SNL where I took him shopping. And it was their first digital show also. And so I did that and Netflix was like, if you want to do that, why don't you do it with us instead of NBC? I was like, okay, great. So I did that. Let's make out later. And so I met with them. I know, gorgeous.
You're telling me the truth. I won't ask again.
I swear to God.
I believe you. You'll tell
God.
me. Okay, great.
So I started this series called Dressing Funny where I took like Tina Fey and Rachel Dratch and John Mulaney.
So you're dressing funny, meaning it's your comedians in cars. It's funny people.
Yeah, and I would take them. To like Fred Siegel. We went there multiple times. Fred Siegel, and put them in things that they typically wouldn't wear. And not. We would have a gag where we'd dress them up in something silly, but then also let me just give you my version of what I think would work for you. Anyway, I'm gonna bring that back within the next year or so. You should do that.
I'll watch. Absolutely.
You should do that. The ones that are on YouTube, I think are
YouTube
wonderful.
or Netflix? I thought it was...
So it's Netflix's first YouTube show. They used to have YouTube shows, yeah. So it was only available on YouTube, but it's through Netflix. It's called Netflix is a Joke or something.
Great guests.
I had really good guests. Oh my God, I had really good guests. Every one of them was massive. Like Joe Coy, Tiffany Haddish.
I've seen you with Hassan, who's a friend of mine.
Oh yeah, I also did his.
He started saying Hassan. I do apologize, but I don't want to get into this.
Yeah, it's Hassan.
Would you dress him? Because he has cool style.
He did one of the episodes also.
Did he?
Yeah, he
cool.
did. And he was great. He's got great style. We definitely disagreed.
Also great hair.
He's got really good hair. We definitely disagreed on what we thought was cool. But that was back in the day. This was like 8 years ago. The style was very, very different. But I loved doing that show.
Of course, no obligations, but I'm going to follow up with you on this.
I'll do it.
This is like this. That's very exciting.
I'll do it. You will be very uncomfortable.
in those situations,
Yeah.
what's so great about it is the intention is different than just getting dressed.
Yeah.
I'm here to have an experience, have a good time,
Yeah.
to learn something.
Yeah.
And when TV shows, they take photos and it's for like, the poster or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
The difference between when I first started and as I got a little bit used to it is you only need one. If I find one piece of
Yeah.
clothing or
Yeah.
one perspective,
Yeah.
that's tough to get.
Oh yeah.
And like,
Oh, yeah.
you're a well.
Yeah.
So like, it won't be I mean, I guess I
Yeah.
get it. We get what you're saying, but like, it's worth it.
I would like to believe it worked with everyone, and I've seen every one of these people since,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, I really fought it, but that's what I wear now.
I want that.
Yeah.
I want that. I want that in
Yeah.
my life.
So one of the episodes was Gabriel Iglesias, and he fought the things I wanted to put him in, like really fought it. But then I saw him at a Netflix event. He was the toughest one because he really didn't want to try a different aesthetic. And almost every one of them was like, I don't want to try that. That's not really my style. I'm like, just give it a go. And I think that's the issue we're going to have with you is I don't usually wear that. I would never wear that, but just put it on. And then I swear to God, every one of them I've seen since then has said, yeah, that is kind
I
of my
watch you
style
do it
now.
with people. I watch you do it with people. Dude, it's so fun having. Would have people on my podcast that like
Yeah.
I've watched so much,
Yeah.
and then we talk, and then I remember, oh my gosh,
Yeah. They all find
It's
it.
so great watching people just be down for whatever.
Yeah.
It's also great
Yeah.
to have that bit of resistance and see it turn. It's rewarding when they don't. For what it's worth, as a viewer, I'm
Yeah.
sure if you agree or
It's
disagree,
so hard. So
you're good at it though.
That's so nice. For dressing funny, it was fine. If somebody didn't want to try,
There are
you know,
all people who are used to being in front of a camera.
Yeah, and we were just down to clown,
Yeah.
and if we could fuck about, and I could call them a cunt, and I'm like, go on, you can't just put it on. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's totally fine, no issue. When it's a real person, and obviously the comedians are real people, but when they're
Yeah.
not an entertainer,
Yeah.
and they're just a person on, let's say, a Queer Eye, trying to get
And
them,
introverted probably.
yeah. And somebody that's not comfortable on camera, and to say, hey, I know that this is all so terrifying for you, and now I'm going to put you in something that you've never considered wearing before. That is sometimes so difficult, and they will sometimes really fight it. I've had people cry in the dressing room saying, please don't make me put this on. I'm like, you don't have to, of course you don't have to, but will you just try it? And if you hate it, we'll try something else on. We don't even need to keep that on the show. If you hate it that much, I swear I'll tell them we can't keep that on the show. We just put it on. And that is the greatest reward, where they're like, I don't want to try it. Then they put it on, they're like, oh, fuck that.
I still think it's a win. There are times that people do it and they come out and they say they don't like it. And you go, great, take it off.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
stakes are gone.
Yeah, same. There've been a couple
I'm feeling
that were very
so
difficult.
emotional with a few things. I really think that you're so talented in what you do with the clothes and everything, but just like to get people to feel a certain way about themselves that isn't, you want to make them feel good, but it's not even about good. It's that. It's like, that's been a conscious, I guess, obstacle. I'm doing it, like a conscious thing in my life of like, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to feel good, and to do it anyway. And to what's made it easier, and I have to remind myself, is to learn that even if you don't want to do this thing, and you find out after the fact that you don't want to do it, I'm glad I did it because it's still information.
Yeah.
Sometimes my OCD is very bad. It's got a lot better. One of the main reasons, there's a few. One of the main reasons I got Alvin, a dog, was I would go 4 or 5 days often without leaving my house. I have the luxury of having food being delivered to me, and I work from here. Or if I didn't have shows, 4 or 5 days. This was sometimes. Many times I don't leave the house. I don't get sunlight.
I don't remember what the term is, but there's a term for that. People who can't leave the home.
I know agoraphobic is afraid of people.
Oh,
It wasn't that. It was more so when clothes is a big thing for a lot of things. And one of them was when I would go outside, you're on a blanket because I don't want indoor clothes on the couch.
I get that.
It used to be once I would go outside,
Yeah.
I now have to wash my clothes.
Yeah.
So it was just exhausting.
My brother has the same thing. I understand.
Still?
Exactly the same. He's had it his whole life. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's difficult.
Yeah.
There's therapies for it.
Okay.
But the thing that worked for me was having a reason to get out of the house. I have to walk him. And then I would come in and I had to. And I would clean my clothes up. Then there were some times where I was just too exhausted to deal with it. And I sat on the couch.
Yeah.
And I'm okay.
Yeah.
Still don't love it. But like you start to become okay.
Yeah.
And the only way you do that, it's exposure therapy. That's what you're doing with people.
Yeah.
And maybe it's insecurity about the way they look on camera, the way they feel in clothes, whatever it is. But like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And to have somebody that you trust, and the goal is to you to be that voice for yourself.
Yeah.
But to have somebody that you trust, that they know what they're talking about. I'm talking so much. I know. I need to go in a second. Thank you for letting me tell you this.
Can I add to that though? That my thought process when I'm doing that on the show, and it's something that I felt from the very, very start. I will say this about the production company that made Queer Eye. They were wonderful in letting me decide how I wanted to film my scenes. And I would make it really clear very early on in the scene. We never obviously included this in the show, but I'd say, it's just you and me. I've already told the cameras where I want them to be. For the next 3 hours, you won't notice them. It's just you and me, and I will never do a gotcha to you. I will. It was very different from Dressing Funny, where they know we're going to do a gag outfit at some point. But with Queer Eye, I'm never going to put you in something just to put you in something. I'm never going to put you in something for TV. When you make a TV show, I'm sure you know this, there's usually a couple of production companies. It's seldom one. And so one of the production companies was like, the first couple of weeks, put them in a bright pink suit. I'm like, I'm never going to do that. I'm so sorry if you want that. You've hired the wrong person. Fire me. That's okay. I'm not going to do something just for TV. And so I know you want something really poppy and really shocking at the end of this episode. That was the original Queer Eye. That's not me. And so I would like to believe I built up a trust with every hero and hope for the audience where even if they didn't like a look, the audience didn't like something that I put one of my heroes in, I hope that they knew this was never a gag. It was never to make that person feel silly or whatever or judged. I always went into it thinking, no matter what happens, this is real for me and it's real for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just becoming either remembering or becoming conscious of how, like, my new relationship with clothes, it isn't just about style. It's safety.
Yeah.
And like, what clothes could I wear that I'm able to wash a lot? Because I need to wash a lot. And I sometimes have moments on podcasts where I go, remember what made you feel a certain way. And to do it, I want to say it out loud.
Yeah.
I want to remind myself and anybody who connects to do things. Of course, go outside of your comfort zone, but still there are some avenues where you're comfortable going outside your comfort zone, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
I want to do this with clothes more. I really do. I am very limited. Like, there are times I'm wearing what I'm wearing, and because I'm wearing what I'm wearing, and I'm wherever I'm at, it's like I don't want to go to this place.
Yeah.
You know, or this, like, I don't want to, just because. And then there's sometimes I'm wearing something that I like, and I'm like, I don't want to go home yet. I don't want to waste this.
I should be seen in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
And it's all made up.
Yeah.
It's just a feeling. But like you say sometimes when somebody's wearing something and they say, I don't care. Like, it's fine, I don't care. And you say, I don't remember if you said it's a defense, but that's what I took from it. You go, what I'm taking from it, I don't know what you say. What I'm taking from it is you don't care because you've allowed yourself to put that in the back of your mind. It's not necessarily conscious, but you care.
Yeah.
And
everyone cares. Everyone tells me they don't care. And I've always known
I
that
always
to be
think when
bullshit.
someone says, I don't care, it's they're either fully accepted something or it's defensive. And depending on how they say they don't care, I don't care. When people say, I don't care how people feel about me, you might not need to prioritize how they feel about you. And you might not have to take on that identity.
Yeah.
But if you don't care, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah. This is very different, I know, but in my mind, I've got an odd mind, and I feel this is the same way about this. When a gay person tells me, who's closeted, that it's nobody's business, I don't need to tell anybody, I'm perfectly comfortable the way I am, I don't need to come out,
Right.
No one needs to know. I'm like, no, that's absolutely not it. I know for a fact that's not the reason why you're not coming out. It's because you may feel shame or fear or whatever you want, whatever those feelings. I can repeat that.
You got 7 minutes. We'll wrap it up.
Whenever somebody tells me that they don't care, I know it's fear, I know it's shame, I know it's anything but I don't care. Actually, I think it's the complete opposite of I don't care. And that's how I feel when somebody says, well, I don't care how I look. Who gives a shit? I'm like, I know you care.
It's just right now you care more about your comfort or whatever you've subscribed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so much bigger than I just don't give a shit about clothes, because we all know what it feels like to be in something that makes us feel a certain kind of way. And somebody, it doesn't matter if they don't say it, but if somebody sees you and says something, that feeling does something to you. I know it does. It does to everybody when somebody's like, oh, you look really good. Thanks.
And for people that say they don't care or they don't prioritize it, as somebody who has a hard time with clothes, why this door opened for me is there are really cool clothes out there that still feel like you don't have to sacrifice your comfort. And that's new to me.
Also, it's okay to want to feel good. There are so many things that I've changed my opinion on over the last 15, 20 years. And one of them is, I want to feel hope even if things are hopeless. Why do I want to accept that it's hopeless? I want to still live with hope. And one of those other things is it's okay for me to want to feel fucking good.
Yeah.
There's no shame in thinking I want to be the best version of myself. I want people to like.
It's easier for people who, you have your insecurities, but your body fits clothes.
Yeah.
It's easier for people who, and that entry point, I'm interrupting and reinforcing, but that entry point is it's okay to feel good. But then what does that cannibalize? Yeah. What's the cost of it? There are ways of feeling good without cannibalizing anything.
I agree with that.
And that's where you have intuition and experience that not everybody has. Yeah. And I started keeping, like when I see clothes that I like, I save a thing. I have never even looked at it, but just even doing that, I've become conscious of it.
Yeah.
And like, we need to curate our style, not necessarily for our identity, but to feel good. Yeah. And that's new. Yeah. Oh, you could feel good in this.
Yeah.
I don't have to have a tax the rich sweater. Yeah. It's just like, I don't have to have a message.
Is that your major gripe? You want to tax the rich?
I was just thinking of what's clothing that's a message. Because I know some people that have there's something that, and I have no point of view on that, to be honest with you. But like, people are selling something. Yeah. And that's not, you said you felt you needed to do that the first few seasons. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. But like, even without selling something, I want to sell that I'm rich, or that I'm taller, or that I'm skinnier, or whatever it might be. Eliminating those things and just like finding stuff that fits you, that you think is cool, and it doesn't have to be uncomfortable, is like it's only a couple of years now. It's very new to me. And go ahead.
I just want to mention, you've said the word cool. This isn't me being combative. The cool thing is a really hard thing for me and always has been. I don't care about someone being cool. I just think if you're not a cunt and if you're fun to be around, that's all that matters. But the amount of times that people are like, oh, I want to wear this thing because it's cool. I'm like, who gives a shit if it's cool? Nothing I do is cool, and I don't care about that.
I'll let you go. I want to challenge you on that for a second. And maybe it's a definition difference. Cool isn't necessarily sunglasses and a popped leather. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool is whatever your cool is. Yeah. And cool also is comfortable. I think Adam Sandler, I also coincidentally dress like him, but like, I think he's cool.
Me too.
Because he wants to do that. Yeah. So it's not that basketball shorts are cool. It's wanting to wear basketball shorts, and that's why you wear them is cool. Yeah. So if somebody thinks something's cool, it's not necessarily because it has cool graffiti print.
Yeah, or
it's because they
identify. The hottest brand, or it's the hottest style. Yeah, I don't need that version of cool. I don't need to. I don't need to be the person who's extremely out of the box or really in the box to feel like I'm cool. Yeah. I just think, no, my version of cool is I want to watch the Golden Girls get high and eat too much cake at night. That's my version.
Is there an episode of the Golden Girls where they get high and eat cake?
No, but that's what I do.
I'm making a joke. You do get high.
Actually, they did try weed once. Yes. Only at night.
Because I was, and then I didn't ask you because you said you don't even want to try a magic mind, which is not that. But if you come back on, would you ever, I get high on this podcast all the time.
I never get high in the daytime because let me tell you this, I am terrible stoned.
Got it.
I can't function.
You were somebody who I want to get high with.
Okay. If we were just hanging out and there's nobody else here, wonderful. Filming
you don't want to
that
be high
shit,
on camera?
fuck
I understand.
me. I've only gotten high once in front of other people and I will never do it again. And it's not like I don't tweak out or anything. I just can't function. I can't follow a story. You could tell me a story for only 20 seconds. I don't remember how you started that and I have no idea how we got here.
Understood.
All I want to do is sit and watch 30 Rock or Golden Girls.
Great shows.
Sometimes Family Guy, but it's been a minute. Oh my God, there is something that I've been watching. I don't know why I'm plugging this show. Do you watch Last One Laughing? Do you know what that is?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so it's a Japanese format that has taken over the world. They don't have an American format, and I don't know why, or an American version, and I don't know why. But every other country, it seems, has a version of Last One Laughing. The British version, in my opinion, is the best one. And not just because I'm British. I just think
They're great at panel stuff. It's
they're
a panel show,
really
right?
good at- no, it's not a panel show, but it's people who you know from panel shows in England. Jimmy Carr hosts it. Alan Carr, Catherine Tate, oh my God, Diane Morgan. Like, if you know all these Brits, you are an Anglophile, it seems. So all of our big comics are on season
I
one.
don't know what Anglophile means.
You really like UK, like you resonate with the Brits. You dated a Brit.
By the way, I'll be there, I believe, in August. I'm at Scotland, I think, in August, and London in August. So get some tickets.
Are you doing a show there?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Do you know where you're doing the London show?
But there's a theater that I don't remember the name of it, or I think I want to do the Soho Theater instead because it's smaller, so I could do a lot more
Yeah. Okay.
shows. So I think I'm gonna do 7 shows there.
Wow, that's impressive. It's hard to sell in England. Good for you.
I think people in I have a pretty good. I think I don't know. I've performed there many times, but not as my own show.
Okay.
So I want to see if the tickets sell well.
Oh,
but-
you're headlining.
Yeah, I'm working my
done.
hour there.
Wow, you're workshopping in London.
I want to film my special. And I'm getting really close, and I thought it'd be fun. I might do the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Yeah.
And then right away go to England and just do like 20 shows in 20 days type of thing.
No, and that I completely understand wanting to workshop in England, but workshopping in London is bonkers
I'm
to me.
very confident. I could confidently say, and I haven't been saying this for very long.
Yeah.
I love my act now.
Okay.
I love this, and it's workshopping because I'm getting it tighter for the special.
Okay.
But I'm ready to showcase it.
Do you have your special location set? Like what network? You don't have it yet.
No, there are people that are going to come watch it. The way it works is you do it and people watch it and you try and sell it. And if not, then you put it yourself on YouTube.
Okay.
I want to wait until maybe the end of this year.
Okay.
I'm very excited about it though. And I'm very excited to go there because I love going to England. You have to go in a second. I'll finish this. But you know Aisling Bay? She's Irish, but she's big in the UK. She's a comedian. She's so funny.
Okay.
She has a bit, I don't know if she still does it, but she talks about how men don't like women that are funny. They just want them to have a sense of humor. And she's very funny.
Wait, is she dark brown hair?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I do know who she
She's
is.
wonderful.
Yeah. She's on the Irish Last One Laughing. There's an Irish version of Last One Laughing.
I have to watch the show.
But start with the Brits, please. It's so much better. But start with season 2. It is stellar. Okay, the last 2 episodes.
Where do I watch it?
Prime. Last 2 episodes.
It's 201.
Good. Okay, I'll leave in 2 minutes. The last 2 episodes are a little bit wonky, but before you get to the last 2 episodes, stellar.
Is this newer?
I think it came out like a month ago.
And
Season
there's already
2.
Oh, okay.
Season 2 came out about a month ago, but the show's been on for like a year.
Jimmy Carr's great.
He's good, but it's not his show. Like, it's his show. He's the host, but he's not the one.
I understand.
He's not the one playing the game. So let me set it up for you really quickly. Not that this is important or what I'm here for, but I need to talk to you about what I'm watching when I'm high. So I smoke around about 8 o'clock. My kids go down at 7. And I'll have 1 puff. That's all I need. And then that gives me the munchies like a crazy bitch. And I'm a very keen baker. I don't eat much throughout the day. It's not because...
Same. I start eating at 5 o'clock and I don't stop until I go to sleep.
Yeah, I start about 7, so I'll have my dinner and then put the kids down, have a puff, and then I will eat about my 2,000 calories between 8 and 9. I usually am in bed by 9:30, so between 8 and 9:30, I'm exclusively eating and watching some kind of comedy show. And I love comedy in general. A lot of my friends are stand-up comics or comics in general. But there's something about watching Golden Girls or 30 Rock or this other show that has me literally on the floor. I can barely breathe. And I have to have my husband change the channel because I'm laughing so hard. Like, that's the kind of high I like. I don't want to converse. I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to put something stupid on and just have a laugh. And if you don't watch the Golden Girls, you're missing out.
Yeah, everyone knows that. I think everyone knows. I think Golden Girls has had a resurgence in the past few years of people realizing how good it is.
Really? Because I think that most straights are like, oh, it's a Nana show. I'm like, no, it's not a Nana show.
That's what straights either used to or think of Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Because it's a woman cast.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something, and I don't want to speak for all black people, but I do think people of color growing up watching shows where it's mostly white people, they got used to being able to see shows that wasn't just them.
100%.
I think
100%.
people that are used to seeing themselves on screen have more of a difficult time recognizing, and I think that's changing because there's so many great shows out now.
I disagree. Sorry, I told you I'm going to leave in 3 minutes. God, I wish we had done this an hour ago. My biggest fucking gripe, I was talking about this with a friend, Purna Jagannathan, who's a very successful actress.
What did you just say to the camera?
Purna Jagannathan.
Shout out to Borga Jonathan.
She is on a show called Never Have I Ever. She did a movie for Apple with Brad Pitt and George Clooney. She's a formidable actress. Anyway, so we were talking about it last night. There's a new show that came out maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe not even 2 weeks ago, by Riz Ahmed. It was created by Riz Ahmed, written by Riz Ahmed, and stars Riz Ahmed. Do you know who Riz Ahmed is?
Yes.
Okay.
Very hot right
it's
now.
called Bait. Yes, it's called Bait. And
BAIT?
yeah. And I know
The fishing show.
it's got nothing to do with that, but
I'm joking.
well, I know, obviously. You don't need to say I'm joking. I know I'm not.
Relax, man. I was kidding.
Fuck off. So
Well, I'll edit that out.
thank you. And so it's a show about him trying to be James Bond. And I know that the
You're saying it's about him, like it's a parody, or it's a show?
It's a show. It's a made up show, but him pretending that he's auditioning to be the next James Bond, which is so ludicrous because nobody would ever consider this British Pakistani man as James Bond, even though he's wildly successful, an Oscar winner, but he has never been in the conversation to play Bond. Even though why wouldn't he? Anyway, the show I know isn't performing as well as it should or could because it is not a white man at the center of it. So we believe that things are changing and it's getting better and we're a lot more open-minded when it comes to programming. We're not. I was on a show called Deli Boys last year.
Yeah.
Deli Boys I think is fantastic. I think it's such a well-crafted
I think Asif
show.
Ali is one of the funniest stand-up comics I've ever seen.
He is so good and
His energy is fucking crazy.
stellar on this show.
Yeah.
Watching him work was
You
a
weren't in the first
masterclass.
season, right?
I was in season 1, only episode 5. I've
Okay.
got or 6, I don't know. But a full
I
episode
only
and I
just
loved it.
started it and I really like it. I haven't even seen.
Fantastic.
Because I want to have Asif on soon.
You should. He's wonderful. And Purna's the female lead on that show. And the ratings weren't anywhere near what they should have been because I had to go on my Instagram multiple times
The
to say,
ratings or like the critics
the
scores?
viewing figure.
Yeah.
Critics were amazing. They loved the show. My biggest gripe is that I'm constantly having to say, watch it. It doesn't matter that they don't look like you.
Yeah.
Just give it a chance. It's actually a great show.
Should I watch that or should I watch Last One to Laugh?
I mean, look, I only watch TV when I'm high and I can't watch a serious show. That's a lie. When I'm traveling, when I'm on a flight regularly. So when I'm on a plane, I watch drama and Bait
Funny,
is...
same.
Really? Okay.
I like drama at home too, but a plane, I need drama.
Yeah, I really want to focus on something. And so Bait is great for that, even though it's a dark comedy. It is funny, but it feels more of a drama. Whereas at night, I don't want anything serious. I don't want to focus too much. And I don't want to have to follow a storyline. So that's why I need like a 30 Rock.
All right, I'm going to let you go because we're going over time.
I'm so sorry to be done.
I said this, I think 3 times. I'm going to say it again. When you're in LA, you're out in New York.
No, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, you live in Utah. I was just there.
It's gorgeous.
If you're ever here again, and I'm sure you're here, you're going to
Here
be
all the
busy.
time.
But if you're like, hey, I
We
want to
could do
promote
another.
something or whatever, please.
We can do another. I'm
so happy you're here. I was talking way too much. It is what it is. People get it by now.
It's okay. I will say this. This is a very different interview to every interview I've ever heard of yours.
I think this podcast, and I love my podcast.
Yeah.
I think that my ceiling is not as high as a lot of other comedians' podcasts.
Okay.
For a couple reasons, and it could continue to go up. But the reason why I think I think you need a lot of points of entry for this. If you see they're all so different, and people like getting the same. It's why we like 30 Rock.
Yeah.
You know what you're going into.
Yeah.
You could see a podcast and love it, and then see another one and absolutely hate it. You could also see a podcast that you hate and not give it another chance, and like, no, you would actually love a lot of these. I want this podcast to be me being able to show up in the mood that I'm in, hopefully offering a safe space for the other person to do and see what happens with that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, especially the first time, not be so excited and talk to you the way I am. I'm such a fan of what you've done.
Nice.
So if you did come back again, it might be very different, for better or worse. But all I know is I love this. If I didn't put this out, I'm so happy you came here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Also, Honorable Gays, April 20th, which I think will be out now. It's already out now.
Yeah.
On YouTube. I'll put the link in the description.
Thank you.
Check out episode 3. How many are you doing? Is it a seasonal thing or is it a weekly thing?
So we've done a full season. It's out every 2 weeks. We're launching an episode.
I know one of the guys who I've been following for years. I'm forgetting his name. The one that does the movie reviews.
Rob Anderson. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. He's incredible on Honorable Gaze. So is Eric Cedeno. They're stellar. I think that the chemistry between us is perfect.
Great.
I'm so
He's
happy with
very funny. We'll put up his Instagram too. What's his name again?
Eric Cedeno. He's so good.
No, I'm saying we'll put that up too. But what's the name of the movie guy?
Oh my God, Rob Anderson.
I send those to my cousins
He's
so
so
much.
good. He's so good. I want you to know one other thing. Usually, I'm sure you know this, but usually your publicists and your team say, okay, we want you to do this podcast, we want you to do this podcast. I need you to know I requested this
Bullshit.
one. I swear to God, I requested this
Really?
one. You were the only one that I requested.
Dude, when they reached out, I think I even said, I think I've messaged you a couple of times. I don't remember.
Sorry.
I
don't look at DMs.
That's the game, baby. That's how you do stuff.
Yeah.
My point wasn't, finally, my point was like, of course I want to have him on.
That's
I wanted to
so
have him on
nice.
before you messaged me.
That's so nice. But yeah, you were the one podcast I had personally asked for.
I want to brag.
This was my essentially one request in all of press was to come on this podcast.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Wow, that's so awesome.
For God's sake, I don't know why, but like this was the one where I was like, yeah, we could have a real conversation. I mean, hopefully it'll be funny or whatever if you're into that. But
do you know him?
No, but he's my fantasy boyfriend.
It was one of the this happens sometimes, I guess, but it was one of the episodes where like when I'm talking to somebody, it was maybe the only episode of The Guy, I could be wrong, at least that I'm conscious of, where there's a couple times where I would get distracted of just like, dude, you're fucking.
He's so handsome.
It's pretty crazy.
I know. And then his body got ridiculous. I'm like, get out of it. You don't need
There
this
were some
also.
comments where sometimes there's comments they don't know who they're talking about because they go, he is so funny, he is so annoying. I'm both. I don't know who you're talking to. There were so many comments, and I know this is obvious, but I'm just telling you something. He is so, they didn't say David. They said he is so good looking. And there wasn't even who are they talking about?
If he's in the room, you just know he's.
Also, I wasn't having a hot day. I don't know if I could have, but I've had some episodes where I look back and I'm like, oh, picking a thumbnail will be easy on this episode. And picking a thumbnail, it was,
Oh, yeah. We all have those days.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much for having me. I've really enjoyed this. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I got to get a Polaroid and then I'll let you go.
Sure.
Theme music. Also, we'll keep this under the theme music. He's not just hot. He's like very funny, very talented.
No, I know.
Like very funny.
But I just want to
Oddly
objectify
funny.
him. But yes, I know he's actually
But I think
very
he was an ugly
entertaining.
kid. That was the point I was making
He
earlier.
this is horrible to say, but he was a dweeby looking guy. He wasn't like a
theater
knockout.
kid.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're an ugly fucking loser, even you could be Superman.
Scoot doo. Blabbity blue. Scoop